on a Thursday night. Welcome, welcome, artists and family. You know what it is. Finally, I said finally, Thursday night has come back. Pull up a Zoom box, get comfortable, grab that microphone. It's about to go down. Open mic presented by the legendary, Nuyorican Poets Cafe. I am your host. My name is Elemen2al. Happy Thursday. This is the jump off, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. You know what this is. You know how we do, because we've been doing this and doing this and doing this. Well, welcome to episode 46. Happy 51st birthday to the cafe. Been doing this for over half a century, y'all. Can you dig it? Right? But we're going to keep it doing. We're going to keep it rolling. We're going to keep all of this energy alive. We're going to keep poetry moving forward in the best way possible, just like we do every Thursday. And let me tell you, I'm excited for this one just as every single other one, because here comes another one, right? We do this every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. If you're watching on one of these streams and you would like to join us in the Zoom, the number is on your screen, 977-539-856. Jump in, join the greatest community in the world. Want to know why I say that? Trust and believe we're going to show you this evening. We do this thanks to some dedicated folks who pay these bills. I mean, week after week after week, all right? We would like to thank the New York State Department of Cultural Affairs and the Howard Gilman Foundation for hosting our free online events. You can add your energy to the mix with a tax-deductible donation by going to nuyorican.org/contribute. Trust and believe every dollar counts. Make sure you are plugging in with the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Ron Mark Thompson, aka RMT. If you're not down with RMT by now, damn it, you should be, because that cat's dope all the way up into BX. Listen, appreciate you, Ron, for all you do, man. This is where you can find me, Elemen2al.com. Take out the T, put in the number 2, Elemen2al.com. So many things going on. Make sure you're plugging in. Tonight's theme, the magic of words, spelling, right? It's only, 26 letters in the English language? But oh, the possibilities of what we can do, right? It's how the spells are put together, right? How the words are put together, and we are actually casting, we're making magic happen, right? So if your artwork is not on theme this evening, that is still totally cool. We are still looking forward to all of your artistry this evening. Next week's theme, coming at you. Letter to your younger self. 2020, right? They say hindsight is 2020, right? So what would you say, right? What would you say now, right? Say to a 10-year-old you or a 12-year-old you, hell, for some, or a 20-year-old you, right? What would you say to them? Or what would you say to each transition, right? Um, a friend of mine, may he rest in peace, Mr. Charles, would say that people go through transitions every 5 years, right? So, be an interesting thing to think about. But you don't have to be on theme, right? But here is a look at the upcoming themes coming up. Listen, we are quickly approaching the end of the year. This is the last day of October. Can you believe it? Like, man. Also wanted to say rest in peace and happy birthday to my brother. Miss that dude so much, but always praying for him. Listen, let's get to the rules so we can get to this artistry this evening. Artists, turn your cameras on. We are trying to simulate a live open mic as much as possible. Plus, we love to see all the beautiful exuberance that goes into your poetic performance or your artistry, music, whatever you got this evening. Make sure you have it ready as you're coming up to the mic. Listen, it's going down. Make sure your system is optimized for your sound so we can hear every single note of your throat or your instrument that you're getting down with. We want to hear it all. All right. So make sure you got it ready to rock. Artists, you got 3 minutes. Okay. Keep in mind that there are at least 18 people on this list this evening. There will be more in the good luck round. So please keep in mind that there are folks who want to rock later. So let's keep it tight. We have reached the time of night where the babies should have been asleep a long time ago, okay? Because we're about to do this thing that we love to do, and it will get explicit. There will be peeled bananas and hairy monkey things that some people call gorillas, right? There will be bloodshed, right? But the founders of our cafe were major proponents on the freedom of speech, and we will make sure it maintains in the vein of everything we do. Therefore, there is no censorship. Other than any hate speech or any ism that people may use to manipulate, which will not, I said not, be tolerated. Mess around and get cute, around and get the boot, homie. For real. This is pure expression, folks. All right? Thou hast been warned. It goes down in these parts. This is a true call and response space. After these artists get up here and share a piece of who they really are, you will see this pop up on your screen. This is when you get a chance to share all of that energy back with the room. Don't worry about the noise, y'all. It's the rowdiest night of the week anyway. So give all of that energy back to the room and it will be returned to you in every single performance. Guaranteed. The guaranteed list tonight is closed, all right? Sign-ups begin 24 hours before the show, which would be Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You go to Nuyorican.org, click on full events calendar. You click on a Thursday that you want to get down on, and you need an artist RSVP ticket. It's the only way you're getting on the guaranteed list. They won't populate until 24 hours before the show. If you're in the tri-state area, make sure you are plugging in with the Nuyorican Bowery Slam. It has been going down. Shout out Dr. Z Page. Getting on that stage, getting down. Looking forward to hearing from them this evening. Listen, also at the Lower East Side Center, shout out Soul Preem. That space is going down, believe it. Also, the teen open mic is coming, all right? Still a little ways away, but make sure you are plugging in with that. Do your best to help inspire the next generation, right? Final Friday Slam hosted by Tony McPherson. Listen, it's going down, folks. Women's Orator Wednesday, shout out Rise Felicia. Listen, it's going down, folks. Listen, and we're trying to move into different aspects of writing and healing and health, right? So here comes the opportunity to join with the cafe in just that, all right? Listen, opportunities are abounding, all right? So get down. Tonight's list, all of these incredible poets, all of these incredible artists came to rock with us this evening. So let's see what it's about. There's all my rowdy friends here on Thursday night. What's good, good people? What's good? Ah, the energy. Woo-wee. I see him. I see him. Maestro is in the building, right? Blacksmith is in the building. We got poet laureates in the house, right? Listen. I'm looking forward to that over there. I know everybody see that. I'm looking forward to that freak show. Let's get to this. Let's get to this. All right. So it is Halloween this evening. It is crazy in some people's minds and in some places. But I guarantee you, the folks on this list tonight, they are gonna, trust me, be more entertaining, definitely more delightful than candy. And coming up first, this cat, right? If he had a candy, it might be Kit Kat just because it rhymes, because he just does that. And you're about to find out why. The one and only Eddie Foreman in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Eddie. It's always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Thank you, bro, like no other with words like thunder. Sorry, Elemental, for not being on theme, but this is Halloween. All right, my name is Ed Spootastic to make your knives more boo-tastic. So give me the time so I can enjoy my rhyme for all you feel sublime. All right, I won't take too much time. This is called The Mask Omen. I didn't choose the monster, but the monster chose me. This beautiful knife calls my name. I wear the mark of the bloodthirsty beast. I have no humanity or shame. I was a small boy who was ugly. Kids be without mercy. Nobody helped me willingly. I cried unworldly. They threw me to rivers all end. The water's going through my mouth and lungs. I yelled help, but I didn't have any friends. Oh, the deep salt water did suffocate it and stung. I found this mask belonging to nowhere. The mask playfully sings. It promises to bear all my worries with care, the start of new beginnings. I packed in my backpack. I paid it no mind. Its words were blissful heart attacks. I was amazed by the signs. After school, the neighborhood bullies chased me. I was a deer in the headlights. Please, just leave me alone, please. I could escape with all my might. They held me down. It deeply bruised my stomach and face. I looked like a mauled clown, my blood and tears smeared with unmerciful grace. They left. I gargled with sadness and pain. My backpack roared with ferocity. It roared words of crimson rain. It lured me with monstrosity and curiosity. It roared, tomorrow you won't suffer no more sorrows. I smiled with a crooked smile of glee. It says their punishment will be agonizing and slow. Thank you, my angel, who will save me. The day after, there was nothing new. Bullies chased me without end. There were hyenas at the zoo. I heard someone says, put me on, my terrified little friend. I put on my mask. I felt so many screams and whimpers. It happened so fast. Their bodies would completely timber. I took off my mask. There were bloody and lifeless dolls. It completed its task. Wait, was I the cause? I buffeted a storm. They were butchered without remorse. The mask made me transform. The mask drifted off course. The next day, I was I saw a few guys chase the woman that had snake eyes. She screamed for help throughout the lands. Nobody came. Well, I'm not surprised. I followed them into a vacant alleyway. I put on the mask. I watched blood fly and bodies decay. It was a start, but it didn't last. I killed them, me and my crimson hands. I made these beasts fall. My mask, I truly understand. I tried comforting the woman, but she slapped me. She had the same hate as the bullies. I was the monster of her misery. I will help to set her free. I put her mask on again, hugged her close and tight. I just wanted the screams to end. It felt wrong, but it felt so right. I ran covered with blood and perfume, my body nestled away in the darkness. I was showered with the light from the moon. I was consumed by a demonic animalistic blitz. You want to know my name? Here's the hint. Happy Halloween. Killing's my Bloody Mary game. Would you be the next prey for my crime scenes?
Come through with the bass, man. That's how you do that. That's how you do that. I appreciate that so much. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Eddie
That's
Foreman.
classic. That's
Wow.
can you start better? I don't think
Fantastic.
so. We
Yeah.
got Halloween
Thank you.
rolling in on a huge cart now.
Edgar Allan Poe's jealous of you, Ed. I know that.
Edgar's Edgar Skarsgård poetry.
And thank goodness it's Halloween because Eddie, I almost thought you were a Zoom bomber at the end there, so I'm glad it's you, it's Halloween. Thank you.
Yo, I mean, listen, I had to check twice and thrice to make sure it was Ike. But yo, I appreciate so much that you went all the way in on that, Eddie, right? And then the mask, man, the mask was a nice touch, man. Love it. The monster chose me. That's just a heavyweight line, man. Really. Blood and tears smeared with unmerciful grace. I like that. It's bloody. I like that. Me and my crimson hands. Yo, that's just work, man. Like, I feel like when we're done writing, sometimes we are drenched with sweat and our hands are just bloody. It's ink, of course, but bloody nonetheless. Appreciate you, Eddie, for all that you do, for setting us off this evening, and again, coming through with all that work, man. Appreciate you. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, listen, it's still early in the evening, right? And here comes the treat, right? Listen, I know my week has been bananas, right? And I could use some balance. So guess what, folks? We're all about to get a little balance. The one and only Joski C is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Joski. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Hey, Elemental. Coming through?
Coming through like a rock star. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. Hey, 5 more days. These are scary times. But I've got a little bit of Halloween stuff. This is a couple of things about ghosts that I mashed into a 3-minute deal here. Here it goes. They tell you that. Let's see. If I could recall the first line, I'll be up and running. They tell you that the dead come back to cast their ghostly votes. They tell you that a free and fair election is a hoax. They tell you that a golden bull should sit upon the throne. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. Voters stand in long, long lines for ballots they can't mail. And if you bring them water, they'll throw your ass in jail. Bowing to a despot whose every lawsuit fails. It's a lie, it's a lie, it's a lie. How many beans are in a jar? How many bubbles in a bar? How many light bulbs in a star? They tell you that the dead come home from where'er they roam to cast their votes. They must be worried. Oh, they must be worried. They must be worried. Standing in line so long, out where the weather's strong, to cast their votes. They must be worried. Oh, they must be worried. They must be worried. Waterman lands in handcuffs for trying to quench our thirst. Women are wearing shackles, forced to give birth. tell you that the dead come home from where'er they roam to cast their votes. They must be worried. Oh, they must be worried. They must be worried.
Oh, Joe, man, that dude is he's just incredible. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Joski C.
Oh man, like tied the
Wow.
worry and the peace and the hope together. That was
Good stuff,
masterful.
Joski.
Yeah, and oh my God, let's 1 week from now, Elemental, let's see what Joski will bring. I hope, that the country will choose right. Joski, I can't wait what you're gonna bring to us 1 week from now. Oh, I'm scared. I'm scared.
I think this
little
election
stint.
year is going to be scarier than Halloween.
Yeah, that's right. It is scary, but I do have hope. I have a lot of hope, actually. But please, if you haven't voted, please vote. Gustav would want us to vote. Let me just invoke his name.
Hey, rest in peace.
Bet.
to Vegas,
Bet.
man.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not so scared as long as there's a Joski around. That's somebody who just keeps such a good focus on these things, and it's uh, um, adds to my confidence. Thank you, Joski.
Well, thank you, Paul.
That's what I'm talking about, right? Not only are you inspiring, right, but you're helping people gain confidence in what we all do. Thank you, Joski. Like, yo, and listen, had you not said that it was a collection of things that you put together, sound like a song, sir. It sounded like a song, right? Sounded like a poem that you just put in the work on, right? Free and fair election is a hoax. He said they must be worried. Waterman lands in handcuffs for trying to quench our thirst. I mean, you can't make money until they say you can make money. And then it's only so much. So, thankfully, as the Blacksmith Bill, we have Joski C. What Jedi Master said, we have a Joski C. We have a Paul Skip. We have a Michael Sindler, right? And we have all those people who are fearless enough to say those things. So thank you, Joski, for putting it to song. Pretty dope, sir. All right, coming up next. First and foremost, always shout out the educators in the building. This next incredible artist continues to come through and share her incredible work. Shout out Jules. Listen, this is the one and only Teflon Donna in the building. Marianne Teft is here. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you so much, Elemental. The pleasure is always mine. Greetings tonight, RMT and poet friends. Where you can find me is just across the border in Toronto. And I have a blue light for you tonight, a blue moon. Around the world, we know that next week, good Americans are doing all the heavy lifting, but there is light, and we are all behind you. Tonight, I am on theme. First, I'd also like, on the theme of light, to wish Happy Diwali to those of our friends around the world who are celebrating. And on the theme of the magic of words, I am on theme even when words fail me. Now, I've got to admit, words fail me is not an expression often heard from me and decidedly seldom used to describe me. For unlike Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius, and the good Stoics I admire, I know I too often have something to say, and that's about almost everything. Even when I'm gobsmacked, as my friend's mom used to say, I'm inclined to observe, I've never seen, heard, tasted anything like it, which is surely the milquetoastiest kind of praise. But for an actual moment lately, I did not feel to move my hands across the keyboard. Failed words and issuance not much like me, and one I frankly did not much like. But I have come to know that even if I struggle with the "it's okay to have no opinion" part of my philosophy, permanent impermanence pretty much rules the day. And if I will only flip up the screen somewhere in the obstacle, I will almost surely find words and the way. Thank you, poets.
Listen, you need your own Saturday morning show to just read to people. I'm just saying. Unmute yourself. Give it up, Marianne.
Yeah,
Wow.
so beautiful.
Yes,
Appreciate that
Marianne.
light.
Thank you.
Friends, thank you very
comforting.
much.
Thank you, Mariano, for being back here. You're always a pleasure to have you
The
with us.
pleasure is mine, friends. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Marianne. I don't think of Canada as being so cold when you're there.
See, listen. Light doesn't just brighten things up, it also brings warmth, right? So thank you for sharing that warmth with us. Really. It's international, you know. We all are under the same moon. We all, see the same stars. So we should share them. The good stoics I admire. That's just a line for me. Even when I'm godsmacked, I have to find a way to use that. I have to. It's just one of those. They taste so well. Permanent impermanence. Come on. How you use words is incredible. Your students are very lucky to have you as an educator. Thank you for sharing all of your energy with us. We truly, truly appreciate you. Again, shout out Jules. All right. See, my alarm is just doing its thing here. Okay. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next. Listen, this guy continues to come through. Author of Four Crescents, author of Black Calculus. He has a new manuscript that he's working on. I believe he was also in Love Letters to Gaia. This incredible poet, author, playwright he's one of a kind. The one and only Norm Mathematics is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, Maestro. Please take it away.
Hey, thank you so much. Love this audience, love this space. And I'm gonna throw down these two pieces. I do believe that they're both on theme. First piece, a smiling totem. Fear used to wear my mouth like a set of false teeth. Fear wore the bully hat sometimes. Fear was my first villain sometimes. Fear was my neighbor's abused son sometimes. Fear is the leader of the dog tribe that wears white hoods. A false belief that my silence kept the victim's scent from mingling with the foul air sweating off my body. Fear recognized my pheromones, the sound of a lamb's bleat, carried on a breeze, a full-fledged appetizer before the main course. When the words in my poetry connect with the cartilage and sinew of a conscious mind, I see fearmongers drop their weapons, melt their armor, dismantle the authority fear had embedded in muscle memory. Without fear in mind, I am not a block of wood. I am an ocean. Next piece. More than words from beyond ether. I am humbled. Words trust me to compose intentional ecosystems, integrate images, actions, and feelings like an alchemist, changing something mutant and palpable to the nature of love. The pen will never be the same. Paper will want to learn to read itself. Blanks will look to fill in themselves with words, and your voice, the poet will witness their own transformation. Peace.
And you know what? Mathematics will probably be right in the middle of that too, believe it. Unmute yourself, give it up for mathematics.
Yeah, Norm, that was just your masterful self. What can I say?
Black Tasty, brother.
Wonderful work.
Just gorgeous.
Thanks, Norm. I always wish you could get here more often, but it's a blessing when you're here. Thanks. Like Michael Sindler said, just totally masterful work.
Yep.
Hey, remember to vote, y'all. Okay?
Absolutely.
I got mine on early.
I did too. Already voted.
Yeah, mine's been counted already.
Me too.
Yeah, good old Colorado already counted it.
Yeah, I voted already too.
All right.
Look, bunch of radicals in here. Oh, bunch of radicals in here talking about voting. Bunch of radicals. But I love it, right? Because not only are we, making sure that we're, opening the curtain and seeing behind it, right? We are still doing our best to make sure that there's something, right? Like we have a great time, right, breaking it down, but we also have to be ready to build it once we burn it, right? That's really what it is. Not physically, folks. Don't get it twisted. Right? Math, you just, you have a way with words, sir. Fear used to wear my mouth like a pair of false teeth. Damn it. Like, fear was my first villain? Come on, man. Fear had embedded in muscle memory. I am a block of wood, not a block of wood. I am an ocean. Blanks will fill in themselves, won't they? Right? I found something that my device did the other day. I said, let me see if it'll just, and sure as the rain is wet, it started reading to me. Like, oh my gosh. The next generation gonna have a problem. Appreciate y'all, for real, for all that you do, for continuing to do what you do and continuing to be the leaders of this community, letting us know how it's done. Truly appreciate you. Truly. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, heard this cat, the Beat Poet Laureate of Colorado, our resident blacksmith, continues to come through with the sharpest work around. The one and only Michael Sindler is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Come on, man. Take it away.
Hey, I just want to make one comment as far as voting that when you hear someone say, I'm going to protect you whether you want it or not, that is like total, psychotic sociopath stuff. Like if you saw that in a movie, there's a danger room right in the next shot. But when you've got something like that, you have something that dangerous, sometimes you have to put away, what you think your perfection is and do what it takes to stop. So, we can't be, oh, well, this person's not perfect. We have to do what it means to stop this crazy potential dictator. Please vote wisely. Another wise thing to do is to check out lighthouseriders.org. Not quite as important, but still a good thing to do, and check out all the nice workshops and classes and things like that where you can express yourself and learn how to do it better. I'm going to try and do a short one and then a long one, and then look at Elemental and see if I have time for another short one. The first short one, I'm going to raise the light here and do a poem for Diwali. Buying a 1-pound block of butter melting it slowly down for ghee to fuel the lamp that shines with others around the world to celebrate Diwali. As darkness nears its deepest, we praise the light that always glows inside. We mark the moment, the kiss of grace the intermounting flame provides. Those who see, who feel connection with all resting within and without. We're all together in this moment of joy, celebrating Diwali. And now the long one. There's a huge long prologue to this that I'm going to skip for time. But just say it's based on a costume I did for Halloween a long time ago. And it's called Last of the Wild Naga, Halloween cover story, Grow Cafe, 1980. Hey now, nice to meet you. I'm Fred Naga, last of the wild Nagas. We used to roam these here woods thicker than ticks on a yellow dog till the furniture industry boys struggling to keep up with all them third world chair factories found they couldn't afford to keep raising cows for that leather, even with selling off the meat and all elsewheres. The loss of them cows made them have to cut down on production, and I'm here to tell you they weren't happy about all that a damn bit. They was sweating bullets trying to keep in business. They was looking for anything anywhere what replaced them expensive damn cows. Pigskin was too tough, and deer wouldn't hold up worth a damn. They thought about dogs, but new folk get way too riled over that. Hell, if they could have growed squirrels big enough, they'd have tried them. Now that made us, the roving flocks and Nagas, a natural prey because our plastic skin was perfect for big old barca loungers and them front porch desks and couches. They hunted us up through forests, thickets, fields, and swamps, up and down mountains, and even into caves. There weren't nowhere those old boys wouldn't track us. Top it off, our friendly nature and urge to give in to the gift of gab. We were one talkative bunch of birds, no denying that. Left us easy pickings for any hunter listening for a good joke or a gobble of gossip. They was taking us fast as they used to bag passenger pigeons, and while we thought we was no dodos, we sure wasn't smart as we thought we was. It seemed every week there was dozens and dozens left of us left, and many of the hens what didn't get skint got so crazy with worry they plumb stopped dropping eggs, and that meant doom was on the way and not fur behind us. One by one, we was caught up in nets or snares or blown away with small caliber guns. They didn't want to use no shotguns or nothing like that because it'd have ruined our precious skins, but 22 kill you dead as anything else. Finally, I couldn't find another Naga anywhere I looked or hear one answer my lonesome call. So now, like a foul version of Ismael, I'm left alone to tell the tale. Luckily for me, them hippies and ecologic tree huggers got the government to fix me up with a protected status, whatever that means. But I'm still always on my toes and watching my tail, on guard against poachers aiming to turn me into one last footstool or beanbag chair. Even though them furniture boys most all been run out of business or forced to find something else to cover the damn chairs and couches and whatnot with, I don't trust them, and you know good and well you don't blame me for being kind of chicken about taking a chance on getting skint. It's tough, I tell you, having to live in fear, always looking twice before you cross the road because you don't know who or what's going on the other side. So thank you kindly for the beer and that shot of bourbon. Now, I knows y'all won't mind if I just slink way into the woods, rest up some so as I can survive to drink another day. Not to say I don't appreciate y'all's courtesy and company and all, but I don't want nobody snuffing the life out of me because I got too lit to know when to quit and made one mistake too many. So I'm off and out into the wild, my friends. I hopes to see y'all again, but that big old maybe is the way it's got to be. Because as long as I'm living, I'm part of that wildlife, don't you see? I'm free, glory be. I hope when I'm gone, you'll remember me. Because I'm the very last wild Naga you're ever gonna see. Bye, y'all. Elemental, I got time for another shorty? Yes? Oh, you're a kind person. Okay, I'll do one more, little more sane. Halloween, which is also a true story. The other sort of a true story. This is called Queen of Halloween. She was the queen of Halloween, bewitching in an emerald gown. She tapped me on the shoulder, pulled me to the dance floor where the sound swirled round. Bodies merged, time dissolved till we had danced the sacred night away. We waltzed out through candy wrapper strewn streets, gambled to my door. I do not have to tell you anymore. Magic comes in many forms, some tricks, some treats, some moments so enchanting, nothing else can quite compete. So happy Halloween, happy Diwali, get out there and vote. Let's all do our best and be happy. Thank y'all.
And that's how it's done. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Michael Sindler.
Yes, Michael.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Now, Michael, that second persona piece, you mean you've been holding out on us all this time? I've always known you've had this very deep-rooted sarcasm and satire in you. And you know, the best satire, like you just did, is always more true than reality.
Oh, me satirical? What?
That was pretty amazing, sir. I feel like Paul, he just beat me to it. Like, where has that been? Like that was like, I didn't, that was not Michael Sindler, not the Michael Sindler that I know, right? That was someone else. And that the draw was perfect, the wording and how it fit to where it fit. Like, sir, now I don't know. Now I don't know which one is the real one. If it's the Lighthouse Writer or is it the that listen, that's work, sir. That was a fantastic piece. It really, really was. Like all of it, like a conversation, right? 22, kill you dead as anything else. Like one last footstool or beanbag chair. Like got too lit to know when to quit. Man, like that is just work. The first piece about melting down for Guy, I love that, right? It's something very cultural, something very specific, right? And I love the fact that you plugged into that. And then the last piece, how you described her dress, right? This is what I love about poets. It encompasses in this line right here. She was bewitching in an emerald gown. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, bad business. That's bad business. I hope to never see her. That's bad business. Good stuff. Good stuff. Thank you. Thank you, Michael Sandler, for what you do and continuing to share it with us. We truly appreciate you. All right. Coming up next. Where did they go? There they are. Listen. This next incredible artist. Listen, I got a chance to see this artist rock. Listen. This artist right here has shown me truly how fearless they are, right? They had got on the biggest stage in the slam world in New York recently and rocked it. And then went on to another stage and rocked it and got the score that they deserve. Let me tell you, this artist puts in work. Because that first one, I said I was going to say it, right? That first one, that was disrespectful. Right? I'm not even going to tell you. That's how disrespectful that score was. Like, yo, come on. But this artist did not falter, came back and put in the work, y'all. The one and only Dr. Z Page is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is great to see you. Please take it away.
Thank you. Yes, follow me on Instagram. I just started a new account about a week ago at ZPage Poetry, ZPAIGE Poetry. Yo, it's like coming up on a year since I started coming here, which is like the first open mic I've ever done. So for me, it's kind of like an anniversary. I've been just spending the time listening, learning, and putting in the work. And I feel like this piece just like may run on themes you've heard of, but it just really was the culmination of a lot of work that I've been putting into. And You all inspired me. I learned so much from you. I look forward to this night every week. It's such a healing community. Particular thanks to Elemental. I admire the hell out of you. Ron, you make this so joyful to do. Thank you. Brave. I'd never thought I'd hate a word so much. It's courage in the face of fear. And yet, I'm scared. I don't get why people see this face and compliment my bravery. Because why is it brave to just exist? They call it resilience. When I digest society's bullshit in return for seconds because I survived the stench it created. The media calls me a pervert and deviant, and as I stand here, surveys show half the country agrees with it. I'm indignant that they care so much about gender and whether bending her over the bedsheets turns them gay. Let me tell you, we were born this way, and I bend gender to open minds, not to race toward disgrace. I bought my authenticity, but lost life's competition, along with a wife, kid, and half my extended family. Friends who admired me, saying they could never do what I did, now who never speak to me. I think they're right. Being trans would have killed them. To step outside and have strangers point and laugh, follow them home to their apartment and harass them, leave death threats and strange shit at their doorstep because they've been doxxed for saying there's a right to be them. But there's an out when I'm too exhausted to continue. Ropes and drugs that'll kill you. A pandemic spread by social media with folks yelling for me to follow through and stop suffering. Suffering that persists from internalized stigma and concerns whether dicks should exist on chicks when half their browser histories secretly display these are their favorite porn actresses. There's nothing wrong with me other than objection from society, a shout that I should end me, a cry to stop shouting my poetry, 2 jobs that would fire me because their poor treatment describes the entirety of my mental illness, a gender dysphoria. Understand, this is not a poor choice to us. Half have surgery so others can finally see us, and yet we're still viewed with ignorance. I'm tired of transphobia. I don't care if I appear a freak to them. I'll join the circus and run away from my parents' wishes to exist as I'm supposed to. Let me have the body I want now. I've lived in hell for 35 years before losing all else to be myself. Damn right I'm brave. It takes courage every time I show my face on stage, stumble and express grace. I continue because as Elemental preaches, this is the greatest community in poetry spaces. Here are artists who get me, build on expressions of revolution and nonconformity. I feel the love. And I'm just honored to speak among the giants. Whatever scores y'all decide to give me.
I told y'all they came to put in the work. I told y'all. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Dr. Z. Hey!
It doesn't get any more brave and beautiful than that.
Yeah, revolution and nonconformity. You shout that as much as you want. That's like the best music I ever hear.
Hey.
What food would you like to eat?
I'm unmuted.
Oh.
That was.
Oh, sorry. Wow.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I have like conflicting noises going on in my house. I just wanted to say how much I loved that. And I mean, it was like, just from the very beginning, I hate the word brave. Like, don't call me this. Don't call me that. Like, I just really, really respect and dig what you did there. And it was amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Full props from all of us.
Yeah, I think we all respect. And I thought that your point that, you couldn't do it. You wouldn't be brave enough. You couldn't stand it. Man, that says so much because you're putting it out there every day to be real. And that's powerful.
And that's the poetry I love from you, Dr. Z Page, and that last line about the scores, and I think Elemental was referring to that on the final Friday slam. Elemental was lucky enough, to see what was going on. I'm like, damn, but you told them today, that's Z Page, that was amazing.
Wow.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
I got a split, but I'm so glad I was able to be here long enough to hear that.
And Dr. Z,
peace out, y'all.
in the world of fucking slam, like I've learned that poems like those that birthed us, like even if they do get a lower score, like I view it as if someone has to judge what you're saying against something to make it make sense or not make sense in their head. And the only thing a person can naturally judge against is themselves. So a lot of times when we're slamming, like they may fuck us off with a score and give us a low score, but that's only because they had nothing to judge it against. Their life has no framework to even try to rally an understanding against this. So whether it's high scores or low scores, man, that poem is fucking amazing. Fuck with anybody.
Take it from Maze. He's a slam master. So I just want to thank you, Doctor, for coming here for a year. You give so much strength to this space. And I can't give you enough encouragement to just keep coming here. Come here until this place evaporates into thin air, if it ever does.
I will still be here. Just in case y'all wonder, I will still be here, right? Captain goes down with the ship, right? So I'll be that guy, right? Listen, first of all, I'm glad that I can be the host of a space that inspires poets and artists to do things that you have done this evening, right? Because all of you inspire me, right? And with you getting on that stage, with anyone who's been on a stage, right, and you've had to receive a score, yeah, it's a rough journey. But why are you there, right? And you let them have it, just like you let us have it. And that's the work, right? I said many times, right? There's only one speed in this game, and that's go. If you are not ready to go when the lights come on, you should probably be in the audience, right? And you got a taste of what that feels like, right? And the world wasn't ready, right? Sometimes when I used to play sports, they used to say, man, you couldn't carry my jockstrap, right? And I'm here to tell you, right? Like you said, they couldn't carry your bra strap. They couldn't. Even if they tried, they couldn't. Because that's your walk. You have the strength to do it. Not only just to do it, but you're actually living it. So now, who's the weird one now, right? They are the ones like, wait, you actually did that? Yeah, you did. And we are thankful that you're here with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. We see you, we hear you, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Thank you for being a member of our community. We appreciate you. All right, let's keep it rocking. Coming up next, Brooklyn representing in here. This artist continues to come through and puts in some work also. Trust has made sure, right, that she is in the building every week. Man, I can't thank you enough for that. The one and only Markencia Jean is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you. Come on, take it away.
You can find me here. Okay. So I have two poems. It's kind of like a medley. Okay, the first one is Ode to Jasmine. Tender hands and tiny footprints emerge under obsidian. The trained eye knows, unfolds, and aligns with the field of Egyptian gold, unknowingly fueling industry and breaking their oath to personhood. Sweet white budding blooms ooze its fume, its essence magnificent. Blood spritz the squeeze, weighed and appraised, held to higher esteem. Mosquitoes sting as to obsidian. As to jasmine. Mosquitoes sting as to jasmine. The second one is Proud Micah. The mine is in my backyard, but falls within British lines. They break loose and shake me free of breath and responsibility. Children have not pen or page to turn, but iron rods and buckets for mica, a mineral used in cosmetics. Father's death may lay many others to rest. Drought force people into the earth's crevices. Underground operations fueling industry. Nothing gives, so I dig and I dig and sift and I sift through stone and thin sheets of shimmery plates and breathe in the dust that kills. Voices mute to deaf ears. The kids come with. We make up for your lacking of self. Thank you.
Yo, there's something about short poems. They just sting. Whew. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Markencio.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful. Whoa.
Beautiful short form.
Great last line in that piece.
Indeed. Like, listen, it just does my heart well to see the boroughs come through representing this building, right? And then how you put your words together, right? You know, when you said Jasmine, I wasn't sure if you were going person or plant, right? And then it's just like, this is the magic of the magic of words, right? Because you just kind of get lost in where the words are taking you, right? She said they emerge under obsidian, a field of Egyptian gold, right? Like, then she mentioned mica, right? A mineral used in cosmetics. And then the drought forced people into earth crevices. Like, very, very textural in your work, right? And I'm very thankful for that, right? Because people get lost in clouds sometimes, but your work is very tangible. And I thank you. Thank you for putting in that work. Truly appreciate you. Shout out, Brooklyn. All right. Listen, let me shout out a couple folks. I see Diana's in the building. Jenny's here. I saw Keelan earlier. We truly, truly appreciate y'all for rocking with us this evening and all the folks rocking with us on social media. Two more poets, and we are going to go to halftime. Coming up next, it is time for our weekly experience. Peace to the gods and the earth for all that they do. This next artist is about to do some heavyweight work. However, he did not come here to tap dance. The one and only Baba Ngoma is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, God. Please take it away.
What's up, y'all? You can find me wherever oppressed people struggle. systems. Most of them that want to change the system just want to change it to another system. But systems be systemic from systems and synonymous with systems, so systems cannot be the solution to overcoming the system. But whenever profit is the motivation for life, systems lull us to systemic sleep. We be dreaming about profit when most of us be profit. Stuck in a system waiting to change into another system when the systems that be killing us in the first place as we continue in the rat race. Not realizing that the universe is a non-profit agency. So I write this poem in reverse, redefining order, because it was order that got us in this place in the first place, especially when the order is based on who owns everything. Considering Mother Nature left us here owning only the air we breathe, now the tax man cometh with air meters, pay up of their country. Sorry, I don't know what's happening here. I'm sorry, hold on just a second.
Whoa. So while we allow Baba time to work that out, hopefully everything is rocking, everything is good, right? Instruments do that sometimes, right? But looks like he is back in business, so we'll get back to it. Baba. Coming back at you. You got to unmute.
The poem. I don't know what's happening with the music part. Most of them don't want to change the system, just want to change it to another system. But systems be systemic from systems and synonymous with systems, so systems cannot be the solution for overcoming the system. But whenever profit is the motivation for life, systems lull us to systemic sleep. We be dreaming about profit when most of us be profit, stuck in the system waiting to change into another system when the systems have been killing us in the first place as we continue in the rat race, not realizing that the universe is a non-profit agency. So I write this poem in reverse, redefining order, because it was order that got us in this place in the first place, especially when the order is based on who owns everything, considering Mother Nature left us here owning only the air we breathe. Now the tax man cometh with air meters, pay up or they'll cut your shit off without notice. Life by the kilometer, happiness is rent control in Harlem, but the homeless have only sunshine to celebrate. Those with no property, or in the Sudan where people are property. So perspective stands on the unemployment line, hands stuck out for discontinued welfare, as life and death goes on in this land of the free, where everything's for sale and mere existence is only a commodity.
This dude, even when it's a cappella, it just gets you. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Baba Ngomo.
Baba. Oh.
Hey, first of all, that backing track was so genius, that kind of a sinister electro thing.
Yeah.
And that has to be one of the best takedowns of the whole idea of system I've ever heard.
No doubt. Like that listen, I'm gonna be unpacking that for a while. Because just how you went into the system, right? How you dismantled the system with a system, right? But you said, oh my goodness. Some people just want to change system into another system, right? System cannot be the solution to solving a system. Systems lull us to systemic sleep. Like, come on. What? The universe is a nonprofit agency. The tax man cometh with air meters. Pay up or they cut your shit off without notice. Like, that's a fact. That's a fact. Shout out Hall. So many things, Baba. You are incredible at what you do. And he was on a roll with the instruments, man. Going hard with the instruments. It's all good. It's all good, right? We are thankful that you are here doing what you do and sharing it with us. Appreciate you, God, truly. All right, one more artist, and we are going to pass it to RMT. Coming up next, in true Halloween fashion and form, I like to call this cat the Vincent Price of poetry. And in true Vincent Price form, here comes a thriller. The one and only Ike Waltz in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
The MAGA freak show, hopefully over for good on November the 5th. Hopefully, just scary history. And history is older than time itself. Yet I'm too young to remember, so my history begins with my life. Like every life cycle begins with birth and ends with death. Like light awakens dark, or dark disintegrates into light, or if you deny history, you deny life on earth. Halloween was born as a heathen Celtic festival about 3,000 years ago, celebrating the end of summer, celebrating the beginning of winter, celebrating Samhain, as the Gaelic call it today. The Romans followed with a similar paganistic festival about 2,000 years ago, yet the Romans spoke Latin and still call it aut dulcia aut dolum. Halloween, Samhain, aut dulcia aut dolum. Let me engulf you in my Gaelic Samhain, my Latin aut dulcia aut dolum. Hush, who is there? Trick or treat, I'm dying, be aware. You see? Hush, who is there? It is raining 1,000 tears and many more. Hush, who is there? Who is crying that angel's choir? Say no more, so beautiful anymore. Hush, who is there? A million snowflakes in glistening white, so icy cold, sticking to places everywhere. Hush, with God, which God has the better gun. Who is killing Mother Earth? You and me, even everyone. Hush. Mortus viventi, mortus, 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 renascentia. Just the same. Exam plus, no sensuous game. Mon Dieu, Dieu, Dieu. That perpetuum of that infinite. Mon Dieu, mon Dieu. Hush. Missa mirabile dictu, something so amazing to say. Hush, petit mort. And if you are beautiful, you dance, but only for the ones who are as lucky, like me. Hush, who's there? Vita nova, who's there? Renovatio, creatio ex nihilo, creatio, vita in aeternum, but memento Temore? Today I see myself sitting on the end of once, my delirium in bed, and I think that Gallus mortus meus est. I remember from school that I had left vengeance at best, bloodshot eyes closed, the stench of war history expressed. I score like never before. Once we buried life in mass graves with a rusty shovel. But now, according to the rules of war, according to the law of war, I does it better, and trenches are deeper than ever before. But what will I do without you? So I wait, I put on my mask with one dislocated eye. And I trick me, and I treat you with my kiss and my deep sigh. I am finally dead, dead, dead. And I am, you see, it's me, Bonehead. Hush, it still speaks, that mask of once, that once upon a time dance. Hush, I lit the darkness with a dream. I can't remember the body in the coffin, the ashes in the man-made urn, the message I carry loaded with so much love, and little green fish alive. Greetings from that miserable goes without. Yes, the saying, that macabre kind man and dulcia aut dolum, that trick or treat of mankind, that laughable conspiracy, so ghostly, so deadly, so lovely indeed. Hey, you all, let me trick or treat, and you may treat my trick indeed. Hush, you may say, but with whatever wit these Gaelics, these Romans, even those aliens talked to me before I was dying, Dia de los Muertos. They said, so let me be tricky and forgive me, as Latin language is my treat. Oh, happy Halloween, do not fade away. It's my childhood dream. I look to hold on to life. Dear death, I like you to stay, please. Thank you.
Man, no. Y'all just waited all the way next level this evening. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Ike. Whoa!
Ike, you blew my mind.
Wow.
No, Ike, terrific.
You know, there's always some cultural history in your work, and this was really laid out a lot of cultural history, and I really get into that. And this performance was really sweet to me because I really picked up on this.
Audio. Yeah, I think we might have lost Mr. Skiff. I don't know what happened. Got disconnected. But we will make sure we get back to Skip. Check it out. Ike, listen, when you first came in, I wasn't sure, right? Kind of like what Ron said. I was like, are we getting bombed here this evening? Then I was like, no, it's Ike. It's Ike. Just making sure it's Ike. And then you come up with something like this, sir, right? You went from the heathen Celtic paganistic festival, right, to celebrating the end of summer and the beginning of winter. He went from Gaelic to Latin to Romans, right? He even spoke some Latin in there. Memento mori, in case you don't know, that means remember that you have to die, right? I trick me and treat you. He said, you may trick my treat indeed. Oh, I lit the darkness with a dream. Man, you're pretty incredible what you do, Ike. Thank you for just staying dedicated to it. The mask, that mask is heavyweight, man. I appreciate you so much for that, truly. Damn. Y'all are on fire this evening, man. I'm so thankful for all of y'all. Before we move on, I am gonna pass it to the dopest tech in the Zoomverse, the one and only Rod Mark Thompson, aka RMT. You're not down with RMT by now, damn it. You should be, because that cat's dope. Ron, how you feeling this evening?
I'm feeling okay. Elemental, just audio check. Can you hear me okay?
Can't hear you.
Okay, but we're okay though. So then you know what? It's on Elemental side. So it's all good. Okay. It's all good.
Take it away, Ron.
Because I could hear Paul okay though, so I'll have Elemental quickly reboot just to make sure that he can hear all of us. But yeah, what another powerful night, you know, powerful Halloween. Happy Halloween, everyone, and happy 51st anniversary to the cafe. All going great here. Educational, powerful poetry as always. So we really appreciate everyone. All right, so I am Ron Mark Thompson on the tech end here, providing the tech assistance for our online open mics, also working with our program and operations team at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Today is the 51st anniversary. 1 year ago, on our 50th anniversary, we held the last in-person event inside the cafe on East 3rd Street. We closed it the following day and started the clean out. This year in March, we had the groundbreaking ceremony for the start of the construction. And then in May, we finished all the archiving, storage, and clean out. And that's when we handed over the keys to the city and they started the official reconstruction, which should be completed by 2027, but the city tells us they should be on track to finish it a little bit earlier by 2026. So we are looking forward to that. If not, then 2027 it is. But in the meantime, we're going to continue our programming offsite and online. Just make sure you follow us on all of our social media, the link tree. You can see our link tree page here, or go to our calendar, nuyorican.org/calendar. It has all the information and tickets available for the upcoming programs that you may be interested in. So we hope to see you in one of our many programs. On that note, Elemen2al mentioned it at the beginning. We are continuing our weekly Nuyorican Bowery Slams at the Bowery Poetry Club. And every winner from Monday moves on to the monthly Final Friday Slam. Both of them are in-person programs. Dr. C. Page made it to both of them. So happy to have seen you, C. Page, there. But we are going to give you a treat, because next month, tomorrow is November 1st, and November's Final Friday Slam falls on the day right after Thanksgiving, November 29th. So because of that and some other reasons, we're gonna move our Final Friday Slam one time only online to Zoom. And not only this, we're also gonna take away the ticket price that we usually charge for the in-person poetry slams, and we're gonna make it free. But just like here on Thursdays, you are welcome to contribute and donate any amount that you can afford. So on November 29th, if you are around, especially those of you here in the audience and our participants who are not in New York City and are unable to visit New York City, this is your one chance to join us at the Final Friday Slam this November online in Zoom. 9:30 p.m. on November 29th. Go to our ticket site. You can get your free ticket. And we will send you the Zoom link later in the month. So we hope you can make it there. And please save the date already for our Grand Slam, the Final Friday in December 27th. That one will be back in person, and all the winners from the Final Fridays from January all the way to November will be competing with each other to see who will become our 2024 Poetry Slam winner. So stay tuned for details. Once we have all the details of where we're going to hold it, we will let you know. But it will be December 27th, 9:30 p.m. Excuse me. Other in-person programs that we are continuing are the Women Orator Wednesdays, every first Wednesday of the month. So we're going to start back there again next month on November 6th, the day after the election here in the United States. And since it's the Women Orator Wednesday, either we will be celebrating our first female president here in the United States, which is about time, or we won't. So I guess we're going to hear a lot about it if it doesn't become true. So come on over to the Loy Cider Center if you can make it, or watch us on our live stream on our YouTube channel if you want to hear all the amazing performances. The same is true for Supreme's open mics every second and fourth Wednesday of the month. Also at the Loy Cider Center, and that one we are also live streaming to our YouTube channel, so you can watch along if you would like to. And talking about online, of course, we are continuing our online open mics with Elemen2al, including the one on Thanksgiving Day itself. If you've been with us here with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe since the pandemic, we've made it a tradition to Thanksgiving is always on the fourth Thursday of the month in the United States. And we are continuing to hold our online open mics. Elemen2al will give you more details in the coming weeks. So come on out if you can make it. Also, Beatniks on the Road. Our episodes are on our YouTube channel as well as Facebook page as well. Shout out to James Hamilton. I saw him watching our current live stream of the online open mic in YouTube a little bit earlier. If you're still there, James, unfortunately, we weren't able to get to Wisconsin. We have, because we had to pre-tape some of the shows already. There is one more show coming up next month featuring poets from New York City. And we are currently trying to get our grant renewed for next year. So if we can get approved for this, then of course we will include Wisconsin as well. We appreciate everyone, from throughout the country. So, but in the meantime, watch all of our past episodes, both the online open mic and Beatniks on the Road, on our Facebook page or YouTube channel. And online, Elemen2al mentioned it earlier, in the show here, we have added a new workshop. Charlie Vasquez, I actually know him before I even started working at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. He's an amazing writer, editor, meditator. He helps us with some of the grants as well. So if you have not met him yet, I definitely recommend him. He will start this Saturday, 12 p.m., 12 noon Eastern time, the first Healing Through Meditation and Writing workshop online in Zoom. It'll happen every first and third Saturday of the month. You can get tickets through our calendar site if you would like to. And that one will be held in Zoom, so anyone can participate if they'd like to. And the other online offering, our free Poetry Slam workshop, happening every second Tuesday of the month. I have to give you sad news. The one for November is already sold out, but the one for December is, we still have tickets available there. That one is free thanks to a grant from Poets and Writers and the New York State Council on the Arts. So come on by if you can make it. And once again, go to our calendar for any of our upcoming programs, our link tree, and everything else. Let me stop the share. Let me put myself back on camera. Let me make sure that Elemen2al has rejoined us yet. Let me make sure that he can continue hosting from his end. But before we do, allow me to introduce our next performer. I would call her the better half and the queen of the wonderful poetry couple, Baba and Osho Nguyen. I'm so glad you're here. I know you've been in the Nuyorican Poets Cafe in person with us. We look forward to Baba and you coming back when we reopen, of course, with everyone else. Welcome back here, Osho Nguyen. Happy Halloween. Happy 51st anniversary here with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. You know how it goes. The floor is all yours. Welcome back.
Good evening, everyone. Well, I'm going to tell you where you can find me. You can find me in the second star in Orion's belt, looking at this planet, trying to figure out just what the hell is really going on. Okay. Anyway, I'm not really on theme tonight. I don't know. It could be interpreted like that, but here it is, short piece. I don't know if I want to write anymore. Maybe just throw words in the air to kiss an endless abandon, merge deeply, give birth to a thought or an idea so irresistible it inspires you to act, to create change that has its roots in your origins, solar plexus contemplations that shifts the fabric of the universe in such a way that magic happens right here on this miserable little planet. I don't know if I want to write anymore. Maybe just harvest songs from griot graves, inhale the dust of their bones for inspiration, use this enchantment to reshape wisdom, remix antique rhythms into new notes, compound ancient drum beats into staccato reminders of character and commitment. I don't know if I want to write anymore. Maybe just let the rushing river speak in bubbles, water and air, life's necessities, uncomplicated, simple, pure. Maybe just translate this Aboriginal language into a poem that reveals all that is sacred in the universe inside of every living being. I don't know if I want to write anymore.
You do stumble across that thought, we're gonna have a problem, priestess. We gonna have a problem. Unmute yourself, give it up for Oshun. Yo, yeah.
You're gonna have a problem with what?
Yeah.
We're gonna have a problem. All right, you stop writing, you're gonna hear from me a whole lot more. Say, hey, you know you need to write this poem, right? You know you need to write a poem, right? You know we need to hear your voice, right? Yeah. We have
You're going to hear from all of us, not just from Elemental. You're going to hear from all of us.
Maybe I will stop writing. That might be fun.
Yeah, but if you have to come here with only a poem about your own self-examination, I'm more than willing to hear it, Oshunyoyin.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'll be here. You know that. I'll be right here listening. You know what I mean? Listen, I really can't thank you enough for doing what you do. Even though you said you're watching this star from the second star of Orion's belt, trying to figure out what's going on here. We are thankful that the broadcast system is allowing us to get you, in real time from this second star on Orion's belt. Way out in space, we do some crazy things. So I'm thankful that the transmission is going through. Listen, said to give birth to a thought or idea, something irresistible, right? That, I think that is the goal of every author or writer or poet, right? Is to have something that's so irresistible, right? Like you said, it gives someone, it inspires someone to do something, to act, right? And I think you do an incredible job of what you said, even translate this Aboriginal language into a poem, because you did say, maybe let the river speak in bubbles, in air. And you translated that into this poem that you shared with us, right? So I think nature would have a problem if you decided to stop writing poetry too, because every time you turn around, it'd be three little birds singing sweet songs. Just saying. Appreciate you, Priestess, for what you do and sharing it with us. Your divine energy is always appreciated. Thank you. Listen, before we get to the next poet, make sure you show your love to Ron Mark Thompson, all the way up in the Bronx. It was a crazy night last night, I know. Yeah, I know. It was a hard one last night, but you know what I mean? Hey, it happens, man. It happens. But thank you, Ron. Thank you, really, man. Appreciate you for what you do. Oh yeah, listen, we're gonna get to the Dodger in the building, all right? Because listen, that was pretty spectacular what happened last night. Just saying, it was pretty great. All right, let's keep it going. Coming up next, heard this cat earlier. This cat just landed recently back from doing some more work, putting in work in the Carolinas. Shout out Concrete Generation, shout out Lotus Generation. This cat Semper Fi, shout out all the veterans. This dude, man, it's just so many things, man. Shout out Swanye West, shout out Double Dragon. Listen, this is the one and only CP Mays in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. Always great to see you, folks. Come on, man. Take it away.
Hey, what's going on, world?
Hey.
Poetry's good. Poetry's good. I just came from a gig. They flew me into the Carolinas for a show where the crowd, think of Whose Line Is It Anyway? But the crowd is coming up with their own subject matter and they're pulling it from a hat, and it's a free verse poem being made in front of you. And it's like two storytellers going back and forth. So they flew me in to throw some mix into it, and I got to do it with them too. And I felt so good. Like, poetry is alive and breathing and well, and I love it. Shout outs to coming back after that shitty slam score and knocking that shit out the park too, by the way, Doc. I have a new poem. It's called Clearance Sale, 50% off, Common Sense for Dummies, MSR price $399.99. Everyone will be a savior at some times, and everyone is a Hitler in someone's eyes. End quote. Daniel C. Ramos, Concrete Generation poet. I wonder if humanity has enough of itself to remind the future it still exists. On inhale, pharmaceutical companies work diligently to cure the common and uncommon ailments of man. On the exhale, the same pharmaceutical companies create even more drugs to cure the common and uncommon side effects that these initial drugs create, which by definition yields the creation of even more drugs to cure those second and third generation side effects, and so on and so on. How can anyone truly trust a sincere offer of help when thank you has been replaced with I wonder how much this help is going to cost me in the end? Every moment, and every day across this nation, an elderly couple is forced to choose between stocking their cabinets with food or stocking their bathroom cabinets for medicine for the next 30 days, which makes me question the gesture behind senior citizen discounts at most fast food restaurants. Seriously, value meal combo number 4 is largely responsible for the majority of many 20-something Sarge super large sizers rolling up their sleeves at grocery store and Walmart blood pressure check stations. Backwards isn't forwards unless it benefits a profit margin or band-aids the shotgun wound of weekly worry surrounding the markdown tube steak or pharmacy scripts at the check-in line. High blood pressure, high cholesterol, high. Welcome to McDonald's. How can I further help clog your arteries today? Side effects might include budgeted money to help you afford the medicine needed to lessen the risk of heart disease and stroke that our food inevitably causes. While watching the fire as we both grow, I've come to notice that most people in the health profession bring their own lunch to work. Coincidence? Or simply an apple a day keeps the cliche away if feasible? Check out one of your closest hospital cafeterias on your next lunch break. Truly see how much their food really rocks downstairs. Then upon leaving, ask yourself the reasoning behind why most people, most hospital patients say hospital food sucks. Is it because of the quasi-free cable and breakfast, dinner, and bed? Or is it ruined the moment that god-awful bomb shelter industrial plastic top raises to reveal any and everything but that value meal combo number 4? Or does hospital food really only sucks when sick doesn't afford you the same tasty delicacies that the freedom of hell provides, which on the exhale brings us back full circle to coincidence, or simply an apple a day keeps the cliche away? Common sense only becomes a senseless gesture when knowledge is power polled only to benefit healthier quarterly earnings and successful marketing schemes, vice healthier individuals promoting a healthier collective conscience for humanity's sake. When I become elderly, oh, Nuyo, if fucking crazy CP Mays gets to live to be elderly. Oh, when I become elderly, I hope I won't be forced to choose between cheap food and cheaper generic medicine. I hope that a better way to die becomes less veiled in a better way of die. Yet, humanity, we must push ourselves as well as those around us into a utopia of elderly living where we can blindly judge young whippersnappers as they freely judge our well-earned elderly stubbornness, because that's what elderly stubbornness should afford you, where we can rock our bag wigs and color thinning hair behind Cadillac steering wheels we could barely see over, going 10 miles under the speed limit in the fast lane. And if at that time, if my elderly living, if we are truly to embrace with utter old people contempt that youth is wasted on the young, we most first learned that in our early years, that when our eyes become larger than our stomach, we have to remind ourselves, everyone will be a savior at some time. And everyone is a Hitler in someone's eyes. End quote. From poem Push by Daniel C. Ramos. Let's vote this election. Let's not let our eyes be bigger than our stomachs, y'all. Like, the poem is over, but let me just say fucking vote. Like, the poem's over. Vote. Like, vote again. Vote. Like, if we can like, click a button and watch, I don't know, something on Netflix or Hulu, we can go ahead and scroll down the little thumb wheel and press something on the ballot. Like, vote. Please vote. Thank you.
Unmute yourself. Give it up for CP, man.
Whoa.
CP.
Whoa, CP.
Hey.
Vote. Needed to be said. That was fire. That was just amazing.
Yeah, CP, is the poem ever really over for you? I kind of doubt. And that poem should be on the PA system at every fucking pharmacy, supermarket, and doctor's office.
Let's go.
That's awesome. And I want to be in the rich neighborhoods, like holding a sign, black nails, gray hair, glasses, holding a pen and a MacBook, just looking like I'm really like inconspicuous. Like, yeah, don't be incognito. Vote. Don't vote. Vote.
Here you go. Here you
Vote.
go. Listen, the Napalm Dawn in this man, like this dude he just puts in work every time. Like, Band-Aids on gunshot wounds. There he goes, bringing words to a poem again. Like, he said, "How can I help you clog your arteries today?" When sick doesn't afford you the tasty delicacy that hell provides. Come on, man. Like, common sense only becomes a senseless gesture. What? Choose between cheap food or cheaper medicine? Youth is wasted on the young. I've heard that before, right? Starting to make sense. Youth is wasted on the young. Everyone will be a savior sometimes, and everyone is a Hitler in someone's eyes. Those two are crazy bookends, just so you know that, sir. And between those things, it's probably insanity. But you're our veteran, so you're built for this shit. Appreciate you, man. Really. Hey, put in work, man. For real. All right. Coming up next, the Jedi Master is here. The Low East Sider is here. Listen, the creative genius is here. Anything that you want to know about poetry, you probably just got to ask this cat, because if he doesn't know, then he probably just calls the person and say, "Hey, anything that you want, this dude can do it for you." I promise you, in this world of poetry, he either has done it, will do it, or knows the people who have done it already. The one and only Paul Skiff is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Oh, thanks, Elemental. I am on the IG at Skiffgram. I've had a kind of rough emotional health day, and I've done things to change the chemicals in my brain like 3 times, but coming here is always like ollie income free, I just want to kind of do something because it's the 51st birthday of the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. It may be the 51st birthday, but it sure is making noise like it just came out of the womb. And I just do an excerpt from a thing I did for the 3rd year anniversary of this night with a little rearranging in it. Let's see, let me get this up on the screen. Hear it? Sound serum unifies spirit talkers within sanctuary loved into existence as passion conspiracy improvised from how empty space bursts open to combust as this transcendence room of voice now emanating from within your own body. Awaken, awaken, awaken with me in the neighborhood where the sirens and people are drawn because of its poetry. Each surviving voice a sonic smooch from the long ago founder's visionary imperative, the living apothecary of medicinal language. Be it known to you who ponder where my madness, my unsettledness rises from, gifted to me by my mother, her no compromise and free thinking build me. She prepared me for bearing dust and ashes. My lungs still harbor in privilege, honor as sacred walking hereafter for 3,000 pulverized souls from those disappeared once sky high, collapsed towers. Each morning I awake with a poem in my mouth. That is not a nor'easter lightning storm rumbling down from New England you hear rattling your soul windows. Not a churning bomb, cyclone whirligig howling up from the Gulf, flooding the street corner of your avoidance, not the rebellion bomb desecrating the France's tavern of your ideas about entertainment, nor is this the basement of the Weathermen underground exploding out onto the 14th Street of your normality. What you are hearing is the part of my incendiary spirit, the shining emanation of a creative force lovingly encouraged by the Nuyorican Poets Cafe, starting the day in 1988 when Miguel Algarin took my hand on East 3rd Street and pulled me in the front door. Bienvenidos a la zona de libertad, seres queridos. If you did not know by now, la puerta está abierta de par en par. Las chamanas de las palabras, yo grito sus nombres. Subversive trickster humor of Reverend Pedro slides punchline on the audience like it was a condom. Ancestral Manitou conveys powwow chants inherited by Diane Burns's one-eyed Ford tongue that illuminates a survival miracle. Her voice a single light beam piercing depredation storm of colonization. Ntozake, whose choreo poetry dances in a music that chooses two lovers with counter melody dazzles, ignited from the verve of outliving Jim Crow and repurposing enough of the rainbow under which colored girls no longer consider suicide. Lois, who lives to this day at the foot of the continuity bridge that conveys from time long ago fireworks over the plaza to spill their red glow like wine on Holy Communion of each door stoop conguero, where she bursts poetry from mouth of her hearing heart bomba. Brick tears of Bimbo Rivas, excavated from deep need, pound pride's drum head. To declaim this afternoon will be protest, chasing real estate barons up the avenue where Loisaida waits with afternoon will be protest, chasing real estate barons up the avenue where Loisaida waits with decades of ancestral endurance to impart monumental fact. El Barrio's patrimony will not be gorged upon by bloated prices, served to the white order. Miguel. Miguel's horny intellectual mischief lays down to scratch its back on broken bottles in vacant lot where a liar and a storyteller agree to disrupt propriety with laughter's yummy rechupete climax, dampens comfy jazz mattress, literary bochinche alboroto uses to seduce what people call dull everyday life. The award-winning bitter turnstile jump of drama of Miguel Pinheiro, whose ashes scatter upon El Barrio, now daub ears of giggling children, so in their hearts Loisaida sky whispers stringent love, all bicultural people know as resistance to the pathological styles, behavior, glamour, and cultural trivia the host culture pollutes with. Yes, realize this, listener. When you come here, you only risk remaining the same person. Our humanness has no more fertile place to swell than in this room. You feel it, you know it. That's why you come here every week. It is this sound emanating in you. It is the words and language drawn from people by this room now, resonating inside and underneath you. It is the sunshine of Loiside, illuminating you from the inside because you are right. You are right. You are on the right frequency. This is the wavelength of beauty. I was called to this transmission. I was called to this transmission. I came to this transmission meeting to celebrate our love at the Nuyorican Poets Cafe in the sky. The Nuyorican Poets Cafe in the sky.
I mean, would you expect nothing less, anything less from the Jedi Master? I mean, come on. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Paul Skip.
Wow. That was beautiful.
Wow, Paul.
Yeah.
Well, Paul, you knocked another one out of the ballpark.
Woo!
That's good.
So glad Miguel pulled you in that cafe. I mean, that's like, wow. Amazing. Amazing.
Thanks, everyone.
You know, you're so Manhattan, you're Lower East Sider. Like you're so like you're ingrained like a manhole cover. Like you're a whole bodega when it comes to poetry, man. Like you just and look, folks, like some of you, may not, but I got a chance to be around Paul Skiff, and that dude, his energy is exactly like that. Exactly like that when you meet him. Listen, man, like I am just so thankful, right? Shout out the previous host who used to say that Paul Skiff has more claim to this thing than we do, right? But I'm here to tell you that I am grateful that Paul Skiff still rocks with us. Because as he just said, he rocked with the founders. He's been around from the beginning. Since the beginning, folks. I know a few other folks too, but I'm telling you, in our community, this cat's been around, man. He can say the things that he says because he's got receipts, pictures, the documentation. It's there, right? I'm thankful for how much of a Lower East Sider you are. I'm thankful. I'm thankful that your stubborn ass is still hanging out with us, spitting all that poetry out, man. I'm so thankful for you. 51 years in, and you're still putting it down like it was the first year. As he said, each morning I wake up with a poem in my mouth. And this is the last piece. He said, well, he said, this is an apothecary of medicinal language. Who says shit like that? Hoskip does. Horny intellectual mischief, el barrios atrimony, like, you are on the right frequency. This is the wavelength of beauty. I was called to this transmission. Just saying. I appreciate you so much, Jedi Master, for doing what you do and sharing it with us. Thank you for being a pillar of our community. Coming up next, all the way across the pond, the most eloquent writer I know. And I know that sounds like a heavyweight thing, and I promise you, you're about to go at least one, probably a couple of rounds with the most eloquent writer I know. The one and only Lantern Carrier is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Lantern. It is always great to see you, brother. Please take it away. If he's here, I see one of those, but I don't see all of it. So, oh, there he is. Ha! You know what I mean? It's just there he is.
There we are. You had to unmute me. Yeah, thank you.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'll put my details afterwards. I absorb Cece's poetical and musical loftiness, like manna from heaven, like food for the soul. My core becomes joyous, and the mind dances in serenity. The heart unfurls like lotuses do to the light of beauty, even as my breath quickens and the eyes weep with holiness and passion. Daniel enthralls me with words, wove me into symphonies, capturing life's challenges and wooing poets with his genius. When I did my refugee poem, a man ran all the way from the back and kissed me. When I sang Amazing Grace to end my Black History piece, the audience joined in and gave me a standing ovation. We may not comprehend the mystical tower of words on one's heart and soul. Elemen2al drenches our core with emotive passion. Paul's gift chants melodies taken from a manuscript in heaven. My heart cried on reading once of a woman in the throes of deep despair. She heard the life-giving psalms of Messiah pain and immediately began to smile again. Softness is golden too. Marian subtlety and nuances, caresses pearls on aquamarine beds, pays homage to the beauty and dazzling opulence. CP's bars dances with the power of drums, asserting the bewitching authority of the Nazarene. Ron Mark said to the sunflower, "Peace be with you, my radiant sister." Whisper kisses our hearts at twilight, while Finn Bell sings us lullabies of the moon and stars. Sindel and Ike are storytellers, both entreating the justice of heaven. Ray Jane calligraph love lines on her golden garments, offering a heart as a sacrifice to this cause. Each sweet word spoken, each charming gesture released, kisses the spirit of the one for whom it was intended. Causey cause cascades the ABC of letters to constellations, illumining the heavens on moonlit evenings. Shocky and Gustav, bless his soul, carve our emotions with words drawn like elegant weapons. Ngoman O Sunyoyin weaves musical garlands in the soul, so beautiful, unburdening the sins of the oppressors. May we toast to Labura and team for raising the bar of excellence, at the Nuyorican Cafe. Lantern says, when I was chained to the darkness, it was the sweet softness of Poetastic, the melodies of Joski and Nemo that set me free. Bill Elkins became an artist, scribbling love songs on my tabernacle. With Mr. Tez, some Conto and Skylar, beating the drums of 1,000 ancestors in my soul. Lantern Carrier, thank you.
Oh, it has been a while since I heard one of those. Oh my goodness. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Lantern Carrier.
That was great, man. That was great. Paying homage to some of the poets here, man. I always appreciate those pieces.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, please accept some praise back, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very generous.
That is difficult enough as it is in a semi-list poem, right? But he just didn't come out and just say, oh, here's 30 poets that I know, and now let me read you a poem, right? This gentleman knows each one of those poets, and he gave you a glimpse of each one of those poets, folks. That's like I just feel so giddy right now, man, because I love poems like that. And we haven't heard one in a while, man, really. But he just, man, this is what I love about our community. Because our community loves our community. Seriously, right? He said, Cece, with his music, Daniel, wooing poets, Messiah Payne, Marianne. He said, Cece, CP Mays, dances with the power of drums. Ron Mark Thompson said to the sunflower, peace be with you, my beautiful sister. Fit Bell, Ray Jane, Ike and Michael Sindler, Kazi Kaz, the ABCs of letters to constellations. Shockey and Gustav and Goma and Oshunyo Yen, La Bruja and the team, Poetastic and Nemo and Joski and Phil Elkins and Tez, like, it's amazing, sir. Thank you for reminding all of our watchers, all of our viewers, all of our listeners that this community runs pretty deep. And every single one of those names on that list will definitely shock you because this is what we do. Thank you so much, Lantern. Golly, thank you so much for that. that was really incredible. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. All right. We have 4 more folks on the guaranteed list and at least 2 on the good luck round. So let's get it. Coming up next, all the way out on the West Coast. Listen, talk about been rocking for a while, right? I still remember the first time this cat showed up sitting on the steps in LA of his apartment, ready to get down like, yo, I'm ready to get this work in, right? And this cat has been putting in the work. Life be busting his ass, but he still be coming and putting in the work, man. Love this dude. The one and only Kimani Brownsmith is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It's great to see you as always. Come on, man. Take it away.
What's up? What's up? And about the name here, so it's a pseudonym. I've been thinking about a pseudonym for the last several weeks. And it's actually, Kimani is my legal last name. It wasn't my last name given at birth. But it's a common last name as well as a first name amongst the Kikuyu people of Kenya. And the Brownsmith, as far as that, Brown was my last name given at birth on my father's side, and Smith is my mother's last name. So there you have it. So I have a new Instagram. I still have my old Instagram, but I made a new Instagram about a week and a half ago with this name, Kimani Brownsmith. Only got a couple of posts out there on there, but I'm going to build it up so you guys can follow me on that channel as well. And I'm going to share 2 pieces. This first one is called A Penman's Legacy. When the ink runs dry from pouring its life supply, does it really mean the penman died at the scene? No, replies my naked eye. He lives forever in a passionate letter, written legibly with enormous ecstasy, feeling over the weather, standing on bookshelves, open for readers to delve deep into his mind, long and hard enough to find a piece of him in themselves. And this last one is called Literary Bread. The pages in my book have a single purpose: to be rich with verses of a healthy outlook on the meaning of life. What will I accomplish during my time on earth if I quantify worth? I'll be impoverished for having a mind rife with zeros in my head. Too many words are carved in my brain to be starved of literary bread. My imagination is full, but craves for more refined golden visions of heartfelt inscriptions that would never be poor in my estimation. So long as I amass images of success, there is no need to guess if my dreams come to pass in real time, on paper, penned with confidence, erasing any doubt. My mental math will count beyond dollars and cents, fruitful written labor. Poems. And actually, these are the first two that I committed to memory without looking at paper.
Let's go. Come on, man. That's that work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Kimani Brownsmith.
Yeah.
Nicely done there.
Go, Kimani.
Nicely done.
Yeah, I really like your word work, Kimani. It's it kind of it fit right in with the explanation of your name, how you kind of changed your priorities with changing your name. Really appreciate that.
Well, this is a pseudonym. Well, it's kind of a pseudonym, but it's not. But it kind of
yeah,
is.
yeah,
Right. It's kind of real.
Yeah.
It's kind of real.
It's my family names and then my legal last name that I'm using as a first name for pseudonym purposes. But it works.
I remember this hip hop cat. He used to say in his rhymes. He said, "Obi Trice, real name, no gimmicks." Right. So when you do something like that, you represent more than yourself, right? And you have to know that. So, but you also have to know that that's putting a lot of pressure on you to carry on the legacy of those names, right? Because you said you were born with those, right? They were given to you at birth. This isn't something that you made up. It's like, oh, I want to be this, I want to be that, right? They were given to you. So you have a responsibility to carry that name and make it more than it was when it was given to you, right? And you put it both. Like, I feel you, man. I feel you putting in that work, though. You know what I mean? So first of all, appreciate you for continuing to rock with us. Secondly, I think those are the first two poems I've ever heard you rip from memory, right? And I'm thankful that they came off just like all of your poems. You know what I'm saying? It didn't come off like, oh, I don't recognize this cat. It's still in your style. Your voice is coming through. That's the work, man. It sounds dope. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to hearing the rest of it. A Pen's Legacy, Literary Bread. Like, come on, man. Right? A mind rife with zeros in my head. Come on. Standing on bookshelves, right? To be rich with verse on a healthy outlook. Like, I just appreciate what you do, man. Like, for real. And you and I have been rocking with each other for a while, man. And I'm glad that you're still dedicated to what you're doing. I appreciate you, man. And still trying to reinvent some shit too, man. That's work. Appreciate you. All right. Let's keep it going. Coming up next, I mentioned this cat, and I've been waiting to get to him. The lone Dodger in the building. Not sure if Kimani is a Dodger, but the Dodger in the building, right? So let's deal with the Dodger in the room. They came to the Bronx. They put in work, right? it was a great game last night. It was filled with drama and last second shenanigans, but I think it's a World Series that we can all be happy about. That I think everybody got a little bit of what they wanted out of it, right? Aaron Judge finally got it, you know what I mean? And the Dodgers didn't have to go home. Lot to it, but great game. Listen, and now we get to hear the lone Dodger do what he does every single week and bring his beautiful melodies to us. The one and only Bill Elkins is in the building, y'all. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Yeah, it was a good series. I felt sorry for the Yankees. They kind of gave it away in the fifth inning, but that's baseball. But anyway, it was a good series. Okay, I'm on Instagram, Bill Elkins 51, and I'm going to do. I'd be remiss if I didn't do my Trump song. I guess I'm sure everybody out there has already voted. I would hope, or I don't think there's anybody on the fence deciding who they're going to vote for. But I just feel compelled to do this since next week we're going to find out. It's called "Legend in His Own Mind: The Ballad of Donald Trump." Me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. I was your president of the USA, the most popular one, you see. I'll build a wall to keep Mexicans out and make Mexico glad to pay. I'll make my white billionaire friends trillionaires and ship my enemies to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. I was your president of the USA, the most intelligent one, you see. I'll rewrite the Constitution and push the High Court to the right of Attila the Hun. I'll empower NRA rednecks to teach our children to shoot and carry guns. Oh, me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. I was your president of the USA, the best negotiator, you see. I want the religious right to capture all liberals and nail them to the cross. I'll have Fox News publish all news that I approve, and I'll shut down the fake news New York Times. Whoa, me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. I was your president of the USA, the most powerful one, you see. I'll banish all science, including global warming, evolution, CDC, and the EPA. I'll declare creationism to be our religion and ship all heathens to Guantanamo Bay. Oh, me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. I was your president, soon to be your emperor. Oh, yes. Oh, yes, indeed. My friend Putin is my mentor. I want to be a cold bastard just like him. Hell, he's helped me to get here more than you know. Hell, the lyrics to this song I got from him. Oh, my vision for your future, which I will reveal in my tweets. I'll be the new world order, and we'll nuke any country who questions my sovereignty. I'll restore the white male ruling class, relegating women and minorities back to subservient roles. I'll empower the born-again religious right, 'cause they don't question my supreme unfettered authority. My name is Donald Trump. Putin and I approve this message. Okay. That's all,
Sir, you're a
folks.
genius. Damn it, you're a genius. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Bill Elkin.
That's it, Bill.
Bill. That's great stuff.
Wonderful, bro.
If we're lucky next week, then maybe that'll be the song, and then it'll really truly be just himself, and he won't bother us again. But we'll see.
That's how I weighed it. That's why I changed the tense to I was the president, because I wrote it in 2017 when he was the president. So
I love that.
For good karma's sake, I put it in past tense.
Let's manifest it. I love it. Thank you, Bill. That was amazing. Amazing.
Thank you.
This is what I love about artists, right? Because we actually deal with the most difficult things, right? And that was like the most beautiful, horrible story I think I've heard. Really, like when you think about it, right? It's a horrible story about this, like you said, soon to be emperor, right? But you make it sound so delightful, sir. Even though you were saying I'll empower NRA rednecks, right? Oh, me, myself, and I is all that matters to me. Like, come on, man. It just goes, right? Declare creationism as a religion, right? I want to be a cold bastard just like him, because me and Putin are cool, you know what I mean? I'll be the new world order. That one right there, that one right there, that, no pun intended, trumps all the rest of the shit, right? Call yourself the new world order? Nah, Hollywood Hogan is gone. Scott Hall and Stephen Nash, they're all gone, man. Like, no more NWO. Appreciate you, Bill. Truly. Enjoy the win. Hopefully you find yourself at the World Series Dodgers parade when it comes through to celebrate with the squad, man. Hell of a win. Really. Hurtful for the Yankee fans, but a hell of a win. Like you said, those 3 errors changed the game. 5th inning, it was over. Definitely. Appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, this cat came in. Listen, this cat must got spidey sense or something like that, right? His spot was coming. He's like, oh, shit, my time. Listen, but this cat, and I appreciate this dude because he's always moving, right? A lot of us, we stay stationary because this is, you know what I mean? But every time this cat comes, he is always out and about. The trees are behind him, the sky, the moon. Listen, I love that fact, right? And here comes another one. The one and only Warren Dixon in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. Always great to see you. Come on, take it away.
Elemental, let me tell you, you know how I rock when I come to these things. So brace yourself. First of all, I want to say happy Halloween to everybody. And for those who don't celebrate Halloween, well, happy Thursday, I guess. So before I get started on my poem, I want to ask everybody a question. Y'all know how Elemental has been saying that I've been killing it with my poems for the past 2 weeks now? Well, let's hope I get a turkey and get a third poem knocked out. Yeah, so without further ado, since I don't celebrate Halloween and since the election is coming up on Tuesday, I do have a poem that I'm going to share. This one is actually pretty interesting. I think you guys will enjoy it. This is called Jesus Didn't Vote Today. And I think you guys will like it. So here we go. Jesus didn't vote today. Not tomorrow, not yesterday. Jesus didn't need the bullet or the ballot box or the bomb or bayonet or budget. Jesus didn't vote today. Jesus didn't authorize drone strikes to kill thousands. Jesus didn't occupy other countries with standing armies. Jesus was occupied by the Holy Spirit that occupies us even still. Jesus was occupied by the truth of radical love. Jesus was not feeble. Jesus was not a feeble, timid, compromised, casual, comfortable, middle class, or otherwise complacent approximation or estimation of the truth. Jesus is the truth. Jesus didn't vote today. Jesus is not totalitarian surveillance state and war machine without end. He is the peace that passes understanding. He is the peace that Brother Berrigan said is at least as costly as war, the peace that cost the cross. Jesus didn't vote today, not for apathy, but because the lesser of two evils is still evil, is still the servant of the devil. Get behind me, Satan. Jesus didn't vote today. He said, render under to Caesar for a reason, for all our money is marked with the blood of war and idolatry of empire. Jesus didn't vote today. He did not advocate the separation of church and state. Jesus abolishes all separation as all states. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. Vote if you must on Tuesday, but feed the poor the next day and every day. Vote if you must. Republican, Democrat, Libertarian, or Green. But live like the kingdom is here by practicing peace, justice, charity, mercy, grace, and most of all, love. Love is your everyday politics and what transcends your Sabbath piety. Jesus didn't vote today because his ballot is his body. Our evidence is this bread because his candidacy is on the cross, because democracy is not God, just our latest attempt at playing God. Jesus didn't vote today, but the gospel of radical love removed the log in the pundit's eye. That is the illusion that voting could or would repair, redeem, or restore the world. Jesus didn't vote today, but he did disabuse us of the lie that he did or would endorse or condone this scheme of things. Jesus died for our sins. He didn't vote for 4 more years of them. Jesus didn't vote today. Poem.
Damn, he didn't vote for 4 more. Damn, unmute yourself. Give it up for Warren Dixon.
That was fire, brother.
Yeah, go Warren.
I'm with you.
Wow.
100%.
Nicely done, Warren. Nicely done.
Yeah, I really hate how a lot of politicians like to make conservatives more synonymous with Christianity and all that kind of stuff. I mean,
No, and Warren, thank you so much. Like you, because you're right. Vote for whoever you think, Republican, Democrat, the independent, but vote. That's what we're trying to get to. And if you don't vote, then don't complain that things don't work the way you want them to. So I love how you did that. We appreciate you, Warren. That was powerful. Thank you.
Man,
Yeah,
y'all are the
thanks.
sweetest.
Yeah, thanks for reminding everybody. Democracy is not God. That should be on a t-shirt,
Oh, yeah, really.
Yo, listen, that's one of the most heavyweight lines so far this evening. Like, and all of y'all are incredible, but that one, democracy is not God? What? Where did that even come from? Like, damn it. Right? Render unto Caesar. Like, that's one of my favorite lines, right? Shout out my man Ghost Rider. We rap all the time. And that's one of my favorite lines, right? Render unto Caesar all that is Caesar's. Right? So, you know, with the new Gladiator movie coming out, right? Caesar is a big part, right? Shout out Vincent Price over there, who was talking about Rome and Greece and the Gaelics and all of that, right? Caesar is really, and I mean, you know, shout out Planet of the Apes too, but I'm talking about the gold leaf Caesar in the Colosseum. That kind of reminds me of what Agent Orange is trying to become. I love how you said the lesser of two evils is still evil. Live like the kingdom is here. Love is your everyday politics. I like that. I like what you just said, Ike. Democracy never intended to be God. I like that. Like that. This is what I love about our community, right? It's what I love about it. And I appreciate you, Warren. You're right. We did that. We definitely did dig that one. Controversial, sir. Jesus didn't vote today. But I bet you the devil did. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right. We have 5 folks left on the list this evening. Appreciate that insight, Ike. That was good stuff. Coming up next, author of Emotional Defibrillator, this cat, aka Captain Flo, comes through. And listen, if you haven't heard this cat before, prepare yourself, right? Because he kind of does this thing with words that kind of digs into your brain and kind of just like, you can't forget it. Because he's the one and only Daniel Fernandez. Let these folks know where they can find you, man. It is always great to see you. Please, take it away.
Thank you for being. I appreciate being here. Have my link tree in the chat. Over there, you'll find a link to the book, Instagram, if anything, and happy Halloween. For today, I actually have a dark poem. I was actually planning to perform the dark side of poetry, but that is 6 minutes, so I'll have to break that in 2 parts. So I have another one actually, which is actually new shit written on Friday, but it is dark. Just gonna say that. Anyways, this one is called Daddy Will Be Away for a While. Hey, baby girl, Daddy will be away for a while. Don't be upset, my love. I have to drive a few miles. Do me a favor and show me that beautiful smile. I love you so much. I know mommy is in denial. I wrote a letter for you, but I kept it in an envelope. It's for your future self, but no one has to know. It's a secret for a detective of my own. My daughter, my soul, I'm pleased to see how much you've grown. You will read, but not understand. At least the emotions are shown. Give it a few years before you dissect this on your own. I'm sorry for everything. It's turned me into stone. Be careful with your spirit for the words that I have wrote. I hope life is treating you well. It's all I think about. You might be angry with me, and that's without a doubt. I left and didn't return, even a sound. I drove, but not to work, since I chose a different route. Details are unnecessary, those you can live without. It would break your heart, so that I won't allow. I fought myself, but I was already in doubt. Just so you know, as your father, I am extremely proud. I remember when you were born. Your first cry stole my attention. I shed a tear with your mom, although she was in another dimension. Anesthesia is crazy, but necessary for a C-section. I spent a few days at the hospital to witness perfection. You later came home, and weeks flew without direction. It took a toll on your mom because she had postpartum depression. She blamed me for everything, but I accepted without question, saying things that doesn't need to be mentioned. I wanted to be by your side, and when you cried, it caused tension. I'm not saying this for you to feel bad. It's not my intention. I want you to understand. One day you'll establish the connection. Years later, with life in between, I couldn't stand my own reflection. I felt like I failed on giving you what you deserve without progression. I can't reverse what I did, so I know that I lost my place for redemption. I left while you were young, which killed me inside. I pushed myself as much as I could, but something ate me alive. Maybe it was my regrets, possibly the stress, I won't lie. I just couldn't go through with it without a reply. You deserve that much, at least a goodbye. I had to die, but not visible from your eyes. I wouldn't do it at home, and my brain complied. So I made a plan which went into effect in July. I had no money to leave behind, and I didn't want to be that guy. I had life insurance and went on my way before you were 5. I don't know what age you'll read this at, so hopefully it's timeless. If you're married, remembering your past, I hope you're treated like Royal Highness. If you're in a dark place, remember you define brightness. If you need to talk, speak to me as if it's righteous. If you're in high school, be careful with who you trust. It's ironic, I know, the journey is tough. I have no excuse. Sorry, you have to adjust. I wish we were able to fast forward. That way I have the time to discuss. I will never be able to justify my actions. I just hope that you can forgive me. Despite taking my own life, I saw aspects of living which affected me severely. Your mother made it worse, honestly. She never cared to intervene. Don't get irritated by it. She loves you sincerely. My mental health took a dive, but you are my queen. What I've done has nothing to do with you, darling. You're my everything, my sunshine, so I didn't want my sadness to get in between. You were raised with such joy with a father who was emotionally weary. I had an assurance and planned to make everything look clean. If everything went well, you should be financially comfortable in theory. I miss you in ways that you can't imagine. Regardless of me not breathing, this poem can make it happen. It's a catch-22 situation with what happened. Chase your desires and dreams with a passion. I'll be your guardian angel because I'm always there in spirit. Patience doesn't hurt, but we all have a limit. I wish I can be near you, even for a minute. My conscience was against me and the result was explicit. Baby, regardless of your age, I'm your father, and that's a fact. You can be 7 or 20, and you will still have that adorable laugh. Since the moment you were born, I was completely attached. Life threw a few curveballs, and I didn't know how to react. I fixed my position and then got smacked. Tons of stuff in between. You don't know the half. Cherish existence because it does go by fast. I love you so much. I just want you to know that. Thank you.
No, you're just a big old softy. Damn it. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Daniel Fernandez.
Bravo.
Bravo.
Bravo. Nicely done, Daniel. Nicely done. Whoa. Wow.
Sweet and dark. It was sweet and dark, Daniel.
Sweet and
That dark
dark, yes.
chocolate. Yeah.
Yes.
Bittersweet. Love it.
Yeah.
That, sir, I know how difficult that is. And just to show you, I know how difficult that is. I'm going to, shout out my daughter, right? Shout out my son-in-law. Shout out my grandson, Jazz, right? However, I have written so many letters like that to my own daughter. And they fall upon deaf ears, right? So for the fact that you are, as the Jedi Master said, right? Daddy Fernandez now, right? Daniel Daddy Fernandez. Having a daughter in your life, it's not easy, sir. It's not easy. Shout out Boo Boo, right? My younger daughter. It's difficult, man. But I love the fact that you're paying attention, right? Details are unnecessary. I didn't want my sadness to get in between, right? I miss you in ways you can't imagine. I tell my kids that all the time. Patience doesn't hurt, but we all have a limit. I've told my kids this, and that's why I said what I said. I told my babies this, right? I said, whether you're 7 or 20, you're always going to be my baby. Oh, we're not babies, Dad. I don't care. I don't care if I'm 90 and you're like 60. You're still going to be my baby, regardless. And I thank you for writing those letters to her, even though she can't necessarily understand them right now. I appreciate you for writing them. That's the work, folks. You got to know that. That's the work. Thank you, Daniel, for doing what you do. Appreciate you. Okay, we have reached the final poet on the guaranteed list. And usually I yell at the poets who haven't been here in a while. Right? But when you're back in black, like his t-shirt says, it's kind of hard not to just be appreciative of having this cat back in our space. I know this cat has gone through some things. He struggles with some things, but he has found his way back to us, and we are looking forward to hearing all of his incredible work. Prepare yourself, folks. The one and only, the most incredible Nemo Soom is back in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you, Nemo. It is great to see you, sir. Please, take it away.
Thank you. It's so great to be here. Thank you, Elemental. What a wonderful evening. Incredible poetry tonight. I am going to do a short piece from memory. Mr. Grief left his card for next time. Now that the path is clear and the pain ain't so bad anymore. The smell of lightning rises from the ashes now that the house has burned to the ground. The peals of thunder are barely audible as the storm crawls away. So let the bells ring. Blows landed did their damage, but the pounding's done. Black eyes and broken hearts, there's still rage in this ragged man. Holding on to ropes to stay standing, but I was never strong. This fighter doesn't get to fall. So let the bell ring. Feeling damned made death's dance seductive until putting my shoulder down pushed the dark back enough to get words out. But demon songs still echo in my ears no matter how much I heal. So let hell ring. I've had my bell rung, been stung, flung. I've fallen, but I never had wings. Always too far from heaven to be heard, but still spitting scripture like some devil's son. So let the muse sing. May these verses resonate. May they give you fuel to fight. Maybe we can spend what we have left feeling less alone. Grabbing hands, healing hearts, listening. I'm listening. I'm still listening. So let the bells ring. Thank you.
Clearly unbiased, but damn it, there's unmute yourself, give it up for Nemo Soom.
Woo! Yeah, Nemo, glad to see you back. I was asking around about you a couple days ago because we just haven't crossed paths in a while. It's great to hear your work again. I'm glad you're here.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to hear you earlier too.
Like, I just hear the guitars. Like the shirt is just killing. The shirt is killing me because all I hear is like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I you know, when I was in high school playing football, that was actually one of our entry songs. So that's why as soon as I saw that, I'm just like, oh, he's coming with the energy. Got you, right? Nemo, first of all, welcome back. Secondly, we missed you. We appreciate your artistry because you're incredibly just influential in what you do and how you do it, right? Because you've been one of the few people that have been very honest with what you deal with and what you've gone through. And for the folks who don't know, he can play Chopin. Just so you know. Just even though he's wearing the AC/DC t-shirt, he plays Chopin. Let the bells ring, right? There's still rage in this ragged man. Fuck, that's a heavy line. Demon songs still echo in my ears no matter how much I heal. Sir, that sounds like a tattoo waiting to happen. I'm just saying. I've fallen, but I never had wings. Shit. Sometimes you don't need a band. Sometimes you just need a microphone. That is Nemo Soon. Appreciate you, sir. Don't be a stranger. Appreciate you. All right, folks, we have reached the good luck round, and there are some heavyweights that are coming to get down with us this evening. So let's get to it. I see the first artist on our good luck round had to go and, do some presto changeo. So we are about to get some work, folks. The one and only Elizabeth Horan is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you and all of this silky magnificence you got going on. Please take it away.
Yes, well, I do like wigs, and I have a few of them. And, if I can't do it on Halloween, then when the hell am I going to do it? So I'm going to look pretty and read you a heavyweight ass poem. Hopefully you'll like it. Okay. This is called The Hunters Are Coming. I hate November. My stomach is in knots and I'm glancing over my shoulder. I'm irritable and worried, like when the madman tags along in my dreams, cackling cruelly as I fall from the tops of buildings like the rag dolls on 9/11. He and I, on our hands and knees as we scavenge through the leaves for my lost teeth. The hunters are coming. They are putting on their camo. They are coming out of their campers. They are cleaning the butts and phalluses of their flesh weapons and the cock mechanisms of their metallic weapons. They are coming for me. They are coming for you. The other prey and I no longer know where to run. We are bumping into trees and into each other, looking for boulders large enough to cover our asses, looking for a blind of our own to keep us blind from the night vision goggles that see through my dress and the date rape bait feed that lures me closer. Easy to pull my pants down so they may hunt what they like, licking their chops. They've eaten me again and again every year, the same feast. My corpse is in the smoker house, making jerky of my thighs. They have stacked enough wood to transform me into venison, steaks, stew, casseroles. And I am only one of the many faces that will hang on their walls this year. If you go there after hunting to have a beer with your hunting friends, look into my eyes, because even though my head is stuffed with cotton and formaldehyde, they could not remove the anger in my eye, as those are not orbs of glass, but my real eyes still. I tricked them into keeping them there. Wasn't that smart of me? They shot me through the lungs and through the chest and in my ass. Too bad it did so much damage to my body. Less meat for them to enjoy. But hey, they didn't shoot my head open with their virile balls of fire. Of course not, as they wanted me on their living room wall, a testament to their prowess, a tally of testosterone, a trophy, someone's trophy. Little did they know it sparked a fire in my eye. They won't be able to enjoy their afternoon beer, as I will be staring them down, singeing their red beards to ash, no longer afraid of their man weapons. They've already had what they wanted of me, so look out. I'm eating men's hair like air. My body of a woman and the head of a doe, and snakes for my hair, snacking on men, cracking open their vessels like coconuts in hurricanes of estrogen. My vagina open, gaping, looking them in the eye, laughing orgasmically as they look through the leaves for their buckshot, their slugs, their dragon's breath, gums hung like rubies, the ones they ate me with, now a smattering of metal. The hunters are coming. For me, for you. I'm too tired to run, and they dismantled my blind to hide behind. Next year, I'll be a brave deer. I'm so scared. I'm so tired. I hate November. Thank you.
Well, yet. Like, that's how you put in the work. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Elizabeth. Hooray!
Bravo, Elizabeth. Bravo. The
Yeah,
wig looks
great read.
fabulous. The wig looks fabulous. Poem and wig equal fabulous.
Okay. Snacking on men.
In hurricanes of estrogen.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
here she comes. Watch out for shoot you up. Oh, here she comes. Listen. Listen. What you do? Hold on. I'm coming back at you, Elizabeth. Hold on. Coming back at you. Because when you flipped it off, I know there's something else. Come on.
No, just like it's just Ellie again. It's just me. It's cool. I'm the same person. Like nothing changed.
So tell me how that, when you did that just now, right? You put that on and you delivered that piece. Tell me how that changed how you delivered your work.
It was interesting. It gave me kind of more power to like really rock it, you know, because this one. So I really like sympathize and relate with deer, and hunting season where I live in Vermont is like the whole thing. It's the whole fucking thing, you know, and I don't hunt. I don't care to. And it's upsetting when you don't like it. And I just think that a lot of time women and people who have had trauma, and especially sexual trauma, feel like hunted deer. So that's what this is about. And I mean, I can read it with the wig or without. The wig, honestly, it was just because Halloween, but I did feel smoking hot in it. And I that was fun.
Listen. That's empowering. So first of all, thank you. Thank you for indulging the community with that, right? I think there's a very specific connection, right? Because what I know, I've never hunted. I never came up in a space where hunting was a thing. But from what I know of the tactics of hunters, sometimes they do use a woman's body to hunt, right? As a capture tool, right? So I'm kind of getting the connection between the two, right? Because predators will hunt whatever prey bleeds. And unfortunately, I know I said that pretty raw, but hunters are, right? Like you said, they destroyed the blind so you couldn't hide in, right? Hunters are predators. Like let's not get that twisted. Just as much as a tiger is a predator of warthogs, or lizards, men can be the same thing. Women can too. Not trying to discriminate, right? People are vicious on both sides, on every side. She mentioned their flesh weapons. Oh my gosh. Date, rape, bait, feed? Are you kidding? That just sounds like a country ass trough or all the, you know what I mean? Like it's just work. No longer afraid of their man weapons, right? Snakes in my hair, laughing orgasmically. What? That just, I don't. Thank you for what you do. And I know that your days are heavy and hectic. And like you say, you just put the babies to sleep. So thank you. Thank you for doing the hardest job in the world, and continuing to do it and making time for us. Thank you. We truly appreciate you. And the wig was hot. Appreciate it. Like you said, if not Halloween, then when? All right. Coming up next, this artist has been rocking with us has been doing it and doing it and doing it well. Author of the Chameleon Chronicles, 1/3 of the Jersey Trinity. Like this artist is just incredible. Oh my gosh. And then look at, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna shut up. Please make sure you show your love to Terry Rose Jertson. Come on, Terry, take it away. Look at all good.
Hey, so I'm dressed as Harley Quinn from I forget which one, where she ditches the Joker, because who needs him anyways? All right, so this poem is called Chucky, and if you don't know who he is, you better look it up. Chucky explained, I became a Chucky fan overnight, too scared when younger to risk fright, nightmare to watch psycho killer terrorize child and senseless murder on mission to regain so-called human form. Through voodoo appeared his doll bride. Tiffany tried step work, failed to make amends to those who survived. No victimless crimes. The relentless search for life manifested by incantations through amulet. Estranged offspring assumed birthed after Child's Play 3. In graveyard after sex between dolls. Filmed on screen. Whereabouts somewhere in England, sadistic ventriloquist performer. They ran away. Glenn or Glenda, seed of Satan, spawned in unexplainable plastic made in Japan. Speaking the language of son of Chucky. Flew across pond to Hollywood to become one with parents, but further exploited through plot twist. Mommy disemboweled another victim after calling a sponsor for her killing problem. Voodoo made another artificially inseminated seed, accelerated pregnant human Jennifer Tilly. Birthed twins, boy and girl. Chucky has had enough of this world, changed plans to be human, has revelation mortality cramps his style, references meta-fan following, reputation digging being killer star Chucky. Tiffany, in search of the dream, is leaving this bride body, becoming Tilly. And honey, I'm taking the kids. I lost my place. Chucky murders bride, but Tilly switched, and Glenda commits patricide. Chucky cheering on his own demise. Back as severed arm to terrorize, split personality twin. Gender confusion, split and contusion by illusion of infusion into non-conjoined babes. Must be unalive, and who is Alice? Not from Brady's. What happened? To them, next thing I know, murder spree by multiple personalities. Tiffany and Tilly and Chucky and Nika. Tongue twisty, no sequel.
Tongue twisty, no sequel. Listen, unmute yourself. Give it up for Terry Rose Jertson.
Wonderful, Terry. Wonderful.
Happy Halloween.
For sure.
Bravo.
I like,
Love for Harley Quinn. Listen.
Terry.
yeah, I liked your tone of voice. It was kind of like you were tattling on somebody. It made it really, really urgent and humorous. More, you had to carried the weight of the humor.
Thank you.
Very much so. And then the heavyweight blows that you're throwing with the lines that you're producing, right? Like, listen, and I totally agree. It was a nightmare to watch this psycho killer in the form of a doll. It just was. Like, I think I slept with my mom for like the next couple of days because I was just worried about that little coming out the closet. There are no victimless crimes. In graveyard after sex between dolls. Yeah, it happens. Jennifer Tilly, just her voice is just so ingrained in that film. Revolution, mortality, cramps his style. Of course. Who is Alice? Not from Grady's. Oh my gosh. I don't even know if y'all like, you can kiss my grits in this month. Like, I don't even know if y'all really, that was beautiful, Terry. Thank you so much. Thank you for being in your costume and showing up as Harley. We truly, truly appreciate you, Terry. Don't be a stranger. Appreciate you. All right. Coming up next, 2 artists left. Let's get it. Coming up next, I was recently dabbling with some of you came in late, but I just updated our intro video. And the next 2 poets definitely were in said video. because they are just a part of our community and how it moves forward now. And I just want to show love to both of these next cats. Usually these next two cats, they come in later, but they always come in ready to put in work. So coming up first, this descendant of the Starship Enterprise continues to come through with such heavyweight mental work that you have to be prepared for it, right? I hope you did your warm-ups and your calisthenics because your brain is about to get a workout. The one and only Garland Thompson is in the building. Let these folks know where they can find you. It is always great to see you, sir. Please, Captain America in the building. Take it away.
Thank you, Elemental. Thank you, RMT, and thank you, everybody. It has been an exemplary night. Thank you very much. Glad that I can just slip in here at the end. This piece, considering what's happening next week, what's next Tuesday, I thought I'd throw this out. This has never been heard by anyone other than my own self, period. Not even my partner. No one has ever heard this before. So this is a new thing. So I hope y'all dig it. Here we go. Dear America, a slightly younger, more strident me would have pointedly, with middle finger high in the air and perhaps tongue slightly in cheek, addressed you as Dear America KKK. Today, I know better. As much as I might like to take that easy road and assume, especially when perusing the news or social media, that you are one giant, monolithic monument to stupidity, ignorance, unenlightenment, abuse, corruption, neglect, and individualism run amok among many other ridiculously sordid issues, I know I can't do that. To do so would be to dismiss the diversity of thought, soul, and desire, the complexity that is me, my own body, my own stardust-born heart. Just a few short years ago, I probably would have taken that short road to nowhere, despite what I'd like to think right now. I can't do that anymore. I realize now you are not an ignorant, spoiled teenager, a child that should be treated like a child. No, you are an adult now. Young, perhaps, but still an adult, out to make your way in the world. So I'll drop the hysterics and talk to you like one. America, you are amazing, infuriating, brilliant and beautiful, dark and despicable. When you choose to shine, the world wants to follow your light, well, most of it anyway, and when that light shines best is when in humble service you go. But you are moody, America, and when you are, everything can seem a dark, lonely existence. Lifetimes filled with chaos and disgust. A baby half step forward and then a baker's dozen backward is what it seems to always be with you, America. Time and again, you and I can both point to misdeeds and miscreants and many, many things most of us won't ever want to talk about, but truly need to if we are ever to progress forward. Your junky characteristics, America, tend to manifest in nearly every negative way possible, enabling your worst tendencies to make us all miserable. If this slavery were to all things good and fair, then there would be no complaints. No cries of defund the police, no chance of lock her up, no need to drive home the point with a vengeance that Black Lives Matter, and definitely no marching and shouting, Jews will not replace us. But your cruel, heroin-like addiction to racism as tool, white supremacy as rule, is a never-ending goal that leaves you trapped in a bubble of perpetual self-delusion, falling asleep at the wheel in an ether-induced coma while barreling down a road to Extinction City. There is no need to say, "I care, America." This poem letter is proof of that. The road is still long, and there are millions of smart, loving, strong people driving, walking, skipping, jumping, running, sliding, slipping down it. And I believe they will bend the road the way it best needs be bent. And I will be there with them, one way or another, doing my part to bend that long arc to justice, to not only connect the dots, but connect action to the dots. In this way, America, I can sleep through the night. Even as you rage and fume yourself through another day, another dollar, another broken promise, I will sleep soundly. And in the morning, I will rise with the dawn, smile at the sun, and begin anew. Again, I will rise, America, and somehow, so will you. We're not done yet, not by a long shot. This I know to be true. Sincerely, me. Thank you.
As I'm listening to this, like, I don't know if that's a Captain America piece or if that's a Bucky piece, but that shit is so cold. It's so Winter Soldier on him. Unmute yourself. Give it up for Garland Thompson.
Go Garland. Sincerely, me. That's a great ending. And they, you called it out, your junkie characteristics. That really sums it up brilliantly.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you. Thanks, folks. I hope you enjoyed that.
Indeed.
Thank you, Elemental.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Ike. Listen, Garland, for you to show up like that, ready with some new shit, it's like, listen, the world hasn't heard this, so I'm just going to drop this on you, right? Standing behind my adamantium shield, nothing can stop me anyway, right? And then you proceed to doing what it is that makes you powerful. You show the world your unique brain. Dear America, right? Just one giant monolith, right? A child that should be treated like a child, right? But I'll drop the hysterics and talk to you like one, right? You are moody, America. A baby half step forward and a baker's dozen steps back. Sir, the junkie characteristics. If this slavery were to all things good and fair, things would change. Heroin-like addiction, barreling down a road to Extinction City. This is not Oz. This is not Oz. He said Extinction City. Bent the road the way it needs to be bent, right? Bent the road the way it needs to be bent. Another day, another dollar, another broken promise. Damn it. Listen, that's how you show up, man, right? You show up and you put in work in the late innings, and this is how we as a team find success at every level. Thank you, sir. Thank you for bringing your world premiere to us. Appreciate you. Love to your daughter, Ike. For real. Have a great night. Coming up next and closing out the evening, this incredible artist host of the Slam Jam, host of Chaos Magic, continues to come through. And oh my goodness, can I get a hell yeah? The one and only Dre Reyes is in the building. Get ready, brother. Listen, let these folks know where they can find Dre Reyes 316. Come on, baby, take it away.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Happy Halloween, everybody. Happy Halloween, New Yo fam. It is great to be here. Great to be sharing space with all y'all here tonight after what has been a crazy work week and other things. As we all know, the looming day, next Tuesday. I wrote a poem about that shit. But before I do, I'll just quickly do that thing that Elemental said. Where you can find me, Instagram. You see this little box here, you'll see Dre Ray 90 and the One Slam Jam. That's where you'll find me on Instagram. But anyway, let's get on to the shit. So, I debuted this piece Monday night. It was fresh paint. And this was pretty much my reaction to hearing about what went down Sunday evening at Madison Square Garden. So, after having been watching Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In over the past month or so, it's Sock It To Me time, America. All right, America, it's Sock It To Me time. Sock it to me, 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 America. What is your moral compass? Where do you truly stand? Are you really going to allow Wish.com Hitler, that diabolical floater in Satan's shitter, another chance at the seat of the throne with his kingdom of lies and fake news? Meanwhile, Fox News spews hues of fascism, and all of a sudden, it's deemed trendy to be a fascist. It's hit to be a racist or a rapist. It's acceptable to have been convicted 34 or more times and still be deemed viable for the presidency. Sock it to me, 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 America. Do you get off at belittling minorities? Is it a guilty pleasure you cannot get rid of? Is it a kink that you just can't quit? I kink shame you, America. Me and the millions who have had to experience life being considered less than white. Fuck you for calling my homeland a, quote, floating island of garbage. Fuck you for cheering and laughing. Fuck you for thinking that throwing paper towels into a crowd of desperate people would solve any issue. Fuck you for making help difficult to access after Hurricane Maria devastated a powerless island. Fuck you for everything you stand for. Fuck you for constantly misleading so many people. Fuck you for ending so many friendships. And fuck you for freeing the mental health of millions of Americans. So sock it to me, America. Sock it to me, 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 America. Will you enable this cancer to grow? Or are we going to perform chemotherapy at the polls? Home. And that's that for me. Thank you.
That cat said chemotherapy at the polls. Damn it, unmute yourself. Give it up for Dre Reyes.
Oh, say it, Dre.
Go Dre! Dre, yeah.
Yes.
What a fitting poem to
Right.
end. Wow.
Can I get a hell yeah?
Great
Hell
influence. Great influence. Rowan and Martin's Laugh-In.
Yeah, I love that. Sock it to me, baby.
I love it. I love
So
it.
many people came out of that. And now you did too.
You see how that works, right? Listen, this dude has got it all, right? Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Listen, I'm thankful that so many of my community members, my colleagues, decided to take on this very serious situation, right? I'll call it a situation. I'm not gonna, call it, but decided to take this and make it personal. I believe that this is how we get things done, right? When we have people not just simply being cynical about situations and the things that are happening, right? But are committed to truly making a difference. And this is what we've done. This is what we're committed to doing. And each and every artist who came through this evening did just that. But I have to make sure that you get your love too, Dre, because did you say, sir? What is your moral compass? Right? This is the second Hitler reference we had this evening. Shout out CP Mays. He said a wish.com Hitler is what he called it. Wish.com Hitler. Fox News spews hues of fascism. Listen, they get paid for that shit. Leave it. All right. I mean, they got super PACs on PACs on PACs. I kink shame you, America. I don't know where you got that shit from, sir, but I love that shit. I kink shame you, America. Listen, I love that shit, right? I appreciate you. I know, you know, like you said, it's been a crazy work week. Same here. But we find time to make sure we come through and put in this work. And I appreciate you, Dre, for doing what you do. If I had beer, I would throw them at you. You know what I mean? So you could, you know what I mean? Stone Cold Stunner some of them Jones. You know what I mean? Like, for real. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you truly for doing what you do. I know we are a little bit over time, all the time that we normally spend, but I'm going to make time for the cipher this evening because I believe this is going to be our last time that we actually get a chance to rap before the world could possibly change. So hang out, folks, in the Zoom, and we are going to jump into the cipher. Listen, I am thankful for all of you who came through this evening, for all the artists, you know, from the opener this evening to the closer. Thank you so much for bringing all of your artistry, for bringing your insight, for bringing your passion and sharing it with our community. This is why I say it's the greatest community in the world. All right. Make sure you are plugging in with the Nuyorican Poets Cafe. Find yourself on the website, buy yourself some merch, representing your part of the world. This is truly the greatest community in the world, man. I really can't tell y'all enough about that. Love each and every one of y'all. Appreciate you so, so very much. We're going to end the night like this. Until we meet again, may this energy we conjured this evening supercharge the rest of your week. Take this power, inspire others, energize creativity as we all hope to do through the spirit of Miguel Agarin. Happy 51st birthday to the New York. Your voice is appreciated, necessary, and always valuable in this space. Thank you for sharing it with us. Never forget, cowards get buried here, and we reclaim strength through our fearlessness. On behalf of the greatest community in the world, it has truly been a pleasure spending Thursday night with y'all. Until next week, peace. Blessings.